Jam. Coming to Golden One Center this weekend. Brought to you by BKD Tires and Morgan & Morgan. Specially priced Saturday tickets available.
Skeeter here, my card. Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. I never met a Culex terrasalis I didn't want to smack. That's Latin for mosquito. Hey, it's time again to fight the bite. Time to protect yourself from West Nile virus by applying insect repellent. Once a week, drain stagnant water and report dirty green swimming pools. Ew. They're breeding grounds.
The Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite.
My card never gets old.
For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
Carmichael Dave here, so proud to talk about my new friends at Pest Pros, where they are family-owned, they are locally rooted, and they are committed to serving Northern California. I got a mouse problem at my house, and I don't like mice. I got a cockroach problem at my house, and I don't like cockroaches. That's a real thing. You're going to get pest protection somewhere. Why not get it at a place that is locally owned and operated? Longtime Kings fans and partners, and the community, you've spoken. They're back-to-back Sacramento favorites. So if you got pest control, you don't have Pest Pros. Step up to the pros with their all-star lineup. Don't just make the call, make the right call. Go to pestprosps.com, Sacramento grown, family owned, or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345. Step up to the pros at Pest Pros.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates.
When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust.
Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years.
And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader.
This is the Drive, baby!
The Drive Guys, Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles. It's drive time with the Drive Guys.
I have to hand it to the great Jerry Reynolds. When he was on our show last week, we asked him about Russ. He said, I'm a Russ fan. I wish he would just retire. Mm-hmm. And that's probably why. We found out today that Russell Westbrook has decided, that's it.
That's it.
It's all over.
Yeah, he did it his way, which is how he went through his whole career. And congrats to Russ. Congrats to his family, everything that he brought to the game of basketball. A1 apex competitor from start to finish. All the kind of jokes that we had about, man, Russ would cross up his own kids. He doesn't care. He is 100%, 1,000% every time he steps on that court. And he was like that to start his career, and he was like that to end it. And all I can say is congrats and happy trails.
Mm-hmm. He's played so long that he was actually drafted by the Seattle Supersonics.
That's crazy.
Didn't play for him, but they drafted him.
Yeah. Fourth, I believe it was, at a UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the high flyer. Electric. And Russ is one of those guys where when you're so electric and when you're so explosive, you don't know how long those careers are going to last. We've seen the Derrick Roses and the Ja Morants and guys like that. We never know how long they're going to last. And Russ is one of the, I don't know, Whitey, kind of rarer examples of, he didn't really we talk about Vince Carter and, he changed his game. He shoots threes now. He's a little bit bigger. Russ was the same guy the whole time. I mean, athleticism obviously changed a bit, but he really didn't miss a beat for the duration of his career, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, he was, in my mind, a very stubborn player. He played the way he played No matter what team he was on, no matter how the league was changing, he was going to play his way. Honestly, looking back on his career, I think one of the things that we'll always wonder about, and I'm not blaming him for this. I'm talking about OKC, that excellent OKC team he was on, the fact they never won. And again, I'm not like nitpicking, but just you look back at that career, and that was such a good team.
Yeah.
They made it to the finals against the Heat very early on. And it was one of those situations where it looked like, well, they're going to be back.
Right.
And then, the year the Warriors won 73 games, 2016, had a great 7-game series in the Western Conference Finals. But that was it. As talented as that team was, and they were extremely talented, never quite made it to the championship and never made it back to the finals after that 1 year against the Heat.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because when everything changed after Kevin Durant left, you almost had to pick a side in a way. And a lot of people were upset with, obviously, what Kevin Durant did. But then there was the other side of it, which was, well, how Russell Westbrook. And the game, I think it's always fascinating following guys where the game changed while they were playing. And there's so many players that we were just talking about yesterday and their brands that played for a long time. A lot of them are like that. I just referenced Vince Carter. Vince Carter, the game changed while he was playing. DeMar DeRozan, the game changed while he was playing. And for Russell Westbrook, the game changed while he was playing. Analytics changed while he was playing. And while that was happening and as he's playing, he started getting viewed differently because other things were getting valued more. So he comes into the league, he's playing really well. We know what he is, a highly athletic point guard. And then as the game started to shift, and Steph was a part of that and other things started getting valued, shooting threes and efficiency and all these terms, right? People started viewing Russ differently. At the same time, Kevin Durant leaves. And I think that's where things got a little bit squirrely with Russ and his career for how he was viewed in the basketball world.
He was the guy who accomplished something that was for a time almost unthinkable. I know growing up being a basketball fan, I remember at the very end of Oscar Robertson's career, I remember him playing, but I was like, well, that guy, how good was he? And the thing that people would tell you was Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double.
Right.
Like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
He averaged that. Russ did it, too.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
First guy since Oscar Robertson to do it.
Yeah. And
incredible.
And here's the crazy part about that season. It would have been one thing. The whole stat chasing and stat padding conversation, it's one thing, Whitey, if you do it and you don't make the playoffs, right? You truly, that's all you were doing. But they made the playoffs when he won that MVP and had the triple doubles. So it wasn't as if, they were doing it and weren't, he's not a part of winning basketball, but they were, relatively speaking, they did. Mm-hmm. They won. They didn't win the championship, but they won enough. Right?
The Kings, according to ESPN.com, had discussions with Westbrook about bringing him back in recent weeks, according to league sources, but it would have been in a reduced role as the organization turned its direction over to rookie point guard Darius Acuff.
Yeah, I'm not.
Reports that he had offers from the Kings and the Wizards.
I don't know if it's time for me to talk about this yet.
What's the matter?
Because I want to make sure I give Russ his flowers before addressing. Again, as I said on Crosstalk, today's show is about compartmentalizing. And I'm going to separate Russ's career from his time in Sacramento and his possible future time in Sacramento with the Kings offering him this role. We were talking about it a little bit in the pre-show. Is there more to the story there with these quote-unquote offers? And we don't know, right? Maybe it'll come out at some point, and we can talk about it a little later. We don't know. But I don't know, Whitey. I don't know if I can properly address the Kings offering Russ and not come off like a hater when I want to congratulate Russ for his career.
It sounds to me like the Kings extended what they could to him, knowing there was a very good chance that he wouldn't take it. And I'm going back to what Scott Perry said. One of his, was it the last time he talked to the media? And the way he couched it was, we love Russ. He outplayed his contract. and I forget his exact words, but it was clear, like, we'd like to have him back, but he might not want to come back given what we have to offer him. So it sounds to me like the Kings were just like, you were great. We can offer you this only because of where we are, but if you want to do that, great. So maybe it was some of that was out of respect too.
No, I agree with that. And there's something to be said about, what was said in his going away video, his retirement video, leaving on your own terms. Mm-hmm. I think that was a big thing, and narratives matter, and everybody was on the same page there that Russ wanted to leave on his own terms, and that's how it's going to go down in the record books. It doesn't matter if it was a minimum deal and, hey, we can give you 5 to 10 minutes, whatever it is. He left offers on the table, and that, I think, was we were talking yesterday about what is important to players. Is it important to only play in the NBA? Is it important to play at a high level and be the man for your whole career, to not come off the bench? I think it was very important for Russ to feel like he left on his own terms. And with these offers from the Kings, do they even mention what the Wizards were going to?
It's not in this particular story.
It's only the Kings, right? So,
this is by Slates, so Slates is not as plugged into the Wizards.
Right, not trying to get lost in the weeds here. The long and the short of it is Russ left on his own terms.
I'm going to read you a list here. Maybe you've seen this. Do you know what this list is? 1, Karl Malone, 36,928. 2, James Harden, 29,339. 3, Carmelo Anthony, 28,289. 4th, Russell Westbrook, 27,176. Do you know what that's a list of?
Is it?
Those are the highest point totals ever for players who did not win a championship.
Huh. Wow.
Malone, Harden, Carmelo, and Russell Westbrook. That's a ton of points. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
Harden, based on guys still playing, right? Harden is trying to get off of that list, which would bump Russell Westbrook up if he did.
And Harden and Westbrook played together in OKC and also in Houston.
Yeah. Yeah, and that, again, you'll see certain clips of Russ, and after he left OKC, he bounced around a little bit, so it's maybe hard to...
Were they teammates on the Clippers? I think Harden got there after.
I don't think they were.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, you got the Thunder, Houston, Washington, L.A. Lakers, L.A. Clippers, Denver, and then Sacramento.
That was, to me, the best thing about Russell Westbrook's final year. And I know we talked about this on the crossover, but, he was the man in OKC along with Durant. Then when Durant left, they had Carmelo and they had Paul George, but Russ was the guy, the holdover from those great teams. Then he goes to Houston, and it's him and Harden, and then the Lakers, and his the brilliance the shine starts to come off a little bit, and his role is a little bit reduced. But then it ends with him in Sacramento with a team that wasn't very good, but a team that said, you do Russ, and you show these young guys what you did. And it was a great way, I think, from a fan standpoint. I don't know how he felt, but just to see him end his career is like, oh, yeah, that was what Russ used to do.
Yeah, and let us not forget, it might have been too far gone at this point, and today's not really the day for it. But even towards the end, Whitey, they kind of shut Russ down. DeMar DeRozan was really the only one that they let do his thing all season long. We got to a point last season, because I remember it was when they were in Toronto, it was more Precious Achiuwa and DeMar DeRozan. They even had to shut Russ down at some point. So going back to, I saw somebody earlier, thanks Russ and DeMar for the 7th pick. And I'm not saying that was a texter.
I will just point out, though, Bobby Gerald tweeted this today, and he looked at Russ's on-off production here in Sacramento. It wasn't good.
Right. You're saying, what do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe he wasn't the obstacle to them losing more games than a lot of us like to think he was. The team didn't play very well, whether he was on the floor or not. I'll put it that way.
Is today the day for that, though?
Every day is a day to speak the truth, and I'm just addressing what you said.
I have it right here.
Yeah.
Bobby Gerald.
Who didn't know, I don't think, when he posted this, that Russ was going to retire.
This was at 10:14 a.m.
Yeah.
Russ retired around 11 or maybe even 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
These are facts. Highest usage on the Kings last season, Westbrook at 25.2%. His net on-off, minus 12.1 points per 100 possessions. Last season, the Kings were minus 456 points total with him on the floor. He's been a net minus for 5 of the last 6 NBA seasons. Again, Bobby posted it. Hey, good on him for leaving it up. I would have deleted it. I don't want them coming after me.
The thing that lacks, though, it's factual, but it lacks context. It's like, well, are you saying that they were a lot better when he wasn't on the floor? Because I don't think they were.
No, I think they stunk either way.
Yeah.
But to that point, hey, man, sell some jerseys, right? Teach the young bucks a thing or two. Whether we win or lose is not going to be – I think it actually helps in a context in a very weird way for why, outside of, Neek could have played more or whatever, that, hey, we – I guess got some brownie points within the league. If you're Scott Perry, hey, we took care of our guy. We then offered him even another contract with an even lesser role. So if you come to Sacramento while Scott Perry is in charge, we're going to take care of you the best way we can. So I don't know. Obviously, the timing of it is pretty funny, but it does help with some of the context, me included. Just the idea of this is DeMar and Russ's fault that we're here. Win, lose, or draw. Now, DeMar maybe is a different story. I'm sure Bobby has those numbers too. But either way, it was the luck of the draw. They got unlucky. But on a day like today, it's about everything that Russ did and the small slice of the pie that was his time in Sacramento. But I'll give you this though, Whitey. I don't think Russ's time in Sacramento is his most insignificant time in the NBA at all. When you look at the teams he played for, it's obviously not OKC, but if Russ were to rank them, and I don't know Russ. I don't know. I don't know him.
Do you know him?
I do not know him. You don't know him. I don't know him.
I don't know him.
I don't know him.
The only one who knows him around here is Matty G.
No.
2 peas in a pod.
Do you know me?
I don't.
Jay, do you know me?
You know me?
I've
Poor
watched
Matt.
that.
He's
so
like,
many
this
times.
is a trap, and I'm not sure which way to go. Yeah? No, you don't know me.
Yeah. I have often thought, what would I have done? I have, and I don't know to this day, because it's almost like a reflex, right? Yeah. Right?
I'd
it's
like
a reflex.
to think that I would say, I don't know you personally, but who knows?
That's a lot off the top of your head. I know you're great. A freestyler, Jay. Freestyler Whitey, he would have been perfect at it. But, on a day like today, it was just a small cut of the pie that was Russ's career. And looking back on it, I'm sure a lot of people enjoyed his time. Phone lines open all day, 916-339-1140. Did you enjoy Russ's time? Now that it's over, I guess, do you view it differently? Because I think I do.
I view it similarly to the way I view the end of Vince Carter's career. Just kind of people want to call that's great, but it's not like, we're losing a beloved king. He just wasn't here that long. He had a nice year here to wrap up his career. I think a more pertinent question is, you being virtually a general manager around the league, you certainly could be. I don't know why you hang around with us instead of being a general manager somewhere, but what are you doing with that roster spot now?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Simmons, come on down.
Enough with this Ben Simmons thing for you. Okay? Enough. I saw the stupid video of him in Australia. He's cooking with Dyson Daniels in Australia. All the Australians down under just hooping it up. Enough. I don't want to see it.
You
we
think
do this
every time he
year.
scores a basket here, are we going to play some minute work? What do you think, Verlad?
No.
Every time he scores, Do you come from a land down under? He would love that. I'm sure.
I don't know that he would.
Okay, all right.
When we're not going to find out because he's not coming out here. He's just not. Actually, I don't know that. Anything could happen. Anything could happen.
Stand on nothing with the Kings unless you know, brother.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, you already have to backpedal from what you told us yesterday about the schedule. Now you got to
Don't get me started. That ruined my day.
You got to
This is the type of stuff that just ticks me off. Now we got
Charles Woodson backpedaling. Whoa.
Because here's my thing, and I've said this time and time again. The schedule leaks are completely unnecessary to me. Completely unnecessary. I'll just wait it out, right? Now we have to deal with schedule leaks, and then the schedule leaks are changing and are incorrect. Give me a break. Give me an absolute break with that. That's the type of stuff, and I'm not blaming anybody. You get your information, and they all say subject to change. But this is the type of stuff, you're just putting yourself in bad situations for no reason. It's low. It's. And I'm not saying anybody's going to say, what the heck, you got that wrong.
I don't have access to that.
It's just unnecessary risk to me. Low reward.
There is a cachet with being one of the people that's able to do that.
I can't tell you. Me personally, I can't tell you, man, I'm following so-and-so more because before the 2025 season, they told me when LeBron was going to be in Sacramento. Me personally, maybe some people, I got to hit that follow. This guy's plugged in. Maybe some people are like that. Me personally, I could care less. It's, again, football leagues, because it is only 17 games, a little bit different than basketball leagues, 82 games. Just give me the 22. I think the Kings are going to win. I don't need to know when I need to know when the Pelicans coming. I need to know when not even the Hornets now.
Yeah, you're going to have a hard time coming up with other teams.
I need to know when the Grizzlies, the Nets.
Good luck.
Tell me when the Blazers. Tell me when they're the ones that they're opening out.
Yeah.
So I got to be there in full effect to get to my 22. That's what I need to know. I don't care about anything else.
Well, we'll know more before tomorrow when the schedule actually comes out. So maybe there will be more leaks between now and the time we actually get the schedule. Maybe.
And don't send them to me.
It seems to me that, I know we were talking about this in the chat, like maybe somebody's tightened up some of those leaks.
Maybe.
I don't ever remember anybody locally coming out with, hey, here's the schedule, and then, oh, no, that's not right.
But
I don't have the
is that tightening up the leak?
I don't know. It could be.
I don't know if I would call that.
I have no way of knowing. It's just one of the thoughts I had because it seems a little unusual to me.
It is unusual.
And I felt that by now we would have like, okay, here's their first month has been leaked.
I also feel like, oh, man, the Kings media got this early. Well, we're going to show them and we're going to switch they don't care. That's a lot. On Adam's list, that's the last thing on Adam's list. Is anything about the Kings.
That list is getting longer.
The list is getting longer, but,
yeah.
And the Kings are at the bottom.
Hey, Lakers got sold again.
They did. Nothing to see here. 2 sales in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
No biggie. Private equity with the Yankees. Sports are in a great place. They really are.
And the NBA owners, it's a great group.
Yeah. Everything's above board.
The new Portland owner.
Yeah. Heck of a guy.
Top drawer.
Wants the best for the city. That's for sure.
Great steward of the game.
Yep. Cares.
Mm-hmm.
T-shirts or no T-shirts, he cares.
Mm-hmm.
And, everything is everything right now. The one thing with getting back to Russ, I will say.
By the way, I think we can say now that those Russ rumors about him in Tel Aviv are false.
No, he said, oh, yeah, if y'all, no, drop the video. He told the social team, yeah, get that out.
Can we finally get over the fact that nobody on this station needs to be talking about Russ coming back to play for the Kings, right? Can we please put that out there? Like, is there a flyer that we can send to the other shows, the digital people?
Put up a big billboard in here, big banner.
It's over.
Don't lean on that no more as a topic on your show.
No, it should be done. I want to thank Russ for the content because the team was so bad last season. If you didn't have Russ and everything that Russ brings to the table, it would have been even more boring.
Bleak.
Bleak,
I think that was part of the idea.
Yeah, so I want to thank Russ. I'm
sure he appreciates that.
He passed some names on multiple lists. That clip with Brendan Nunez where he says, no, say it with your chest, or whatever he said when Brendan said, you're considered one of the best rebounding guards, and Russ said the best rebounding guard. So he gave us content all throughout the season in a horrible season.
Certainly did.
So I want to thank Russ for that.
That's nice.
You know what I mean? It just sometimes things get misconstrued, and I love what Russ brings to the game.
What he brought to the game. Unforgettable.
What he brought to the game. He definitely doesn't seem to me as any type of coaching personality, though. Like being a player mentor is a lot different than being a coach, for sure. I don't see him. There's just too many guys that would tick him off that didn't play as hard as he played.
By the way, you know that list I just mentioned from ESPN, the top 4 scores amongst players that never won a championship?
Yeah.
And it was, what was it, Karl Malone, Harden, Carmelo, and Westbrook. As we were talking, I was thinking, I think I might know who's next on the list, and I just looked it up. Yep. You know who it is?
Is it DeMar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. And he's going to keep climbing.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to keep on climbing.
Russ at 27,176 and DeMar at 26,711. And climbing.
I wonder if there was a team out there that Russ would have said yes to.
Well, and I wonder if DeMar is facing a situation somewhat similar to what Russ had to face, which is, well, I want a larger role and no one's going to give it to me. I wonder if DeMar is kind of looking at that as well. No idea.
Yeah.
That might be part of his situation right now as well.
I think part of the NBA conversation when, these greats aren't getting to leave on their, on their high horse or whatever it is, I think a lot of it comes down to, Whitey, the balance of bringing in somebody that can help and the balance of always trying to develop, right? Somebody like DeMar DeRozan, you want him coming in and playing 25, 30 minutes. Unless you truly think he's going to help you win a championship, you know what? I'd rather give that to the 24, 25-year-old that we're hoping to develop and can get better on the fly. Mm-hmm. So unless it's the Sixers or somebody straight up, we are in go mode, I think I feel what you're saying, even though on paper, why aren't these contenders interested in DeMar? Well, they might not want DeMar playing 25 to 30 minutes because they'd rather, hey, DeMar, you can play between 15 and 20, but we want to get some of our younger guys all the reps.
We've got more on Russell Westbrook's time with the Kings and his incredible career when we come back. Also, we'll look at the fact that Jacob Wilson's errorless streak ended last night until it didn't. That and more next with the Drive Guys Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Dylan.
I actually used to manage a parts department for a car dealership, and we would get stuff from Rock Auto if I couldn't get it from my dealership suppliers. You pick the year, you go through all the drop-down menus, and it just makes it really easy to navigate and see what you want. Like a wheel bearing, for instance, for a Corvair that I have. Rock Auto's catalog made it really easy to find that specific one that I was looking for.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
At Progressive, we know making a difference starts with making things happen. That's why we're partnering with organizations in your community to make change happen. By helping veterans get the reliable transportation they need, helping small businesses with everyday challenges and providing aspiring homeowners with the educational resources to help them get into their first home. It's just another way we continue to innovate. Because you can't spell progressive without progress. Visit progressive.com/purpose to learn more. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see. The new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Right now, you can save up to $20,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. 20,000 total net savings after dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, 1,000 business owner cash for verified businesses, 500 upfit military first responder bonus cash for eligible members. Incentives may not be combined with other offers or special APR programs. Excludes tax, title, and license fees. At least 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Yeah, the A's are getting knocked around again today. Real quick on the A's last night, Jacob Wilson's Major League record errorless streak. It appeared to be ending at 112 games. He was charged with an error on an errant flip behind second base, trying to force a runner at second, and the throw was offline. But upon review, the scorekeeper, and scorekeepers do this, they changed it to a fielder's choice, so the errorless streak continued. I don't have a problem with it, except I saw the play like it was an error. But that's okay. That's all right. So it's 113 games going into today's game. I don't know if he's made an error or not, but he was behind the back, flipped it to the second baseman, and it was an errant throw, and the runner was safe. And they said, that's an E6. And then the scorekeeper said, nah, it's a fielder's choice. So it was
okay.
an error. It was an error. But officially, the errorless streak continued.
That's kind of weird.
That happens a lot.
But
a lot of times guys will go to the scorekeeper and talk to him.
But you can have a fielder's choice and everyone was safe? Isn't that a hit?
No. That would be the runner got on a fielder's. No.
No. But a fielder's choice, doesn't somebody have to be out?
Well, I know what you're saying. But you can't give a guy an infield hit. He didn't get a hit if they. I think it was an error, is bottom line. I understand what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But anyway.
No, yeah, you're right. No, a fielder's choice does not have to result in an out. I think it's the same as, it's kind of, you know what it is? It's exactly what you said. If you take away the error part of it, if
you had chosen to throw the guy out at
exactly,
first, yeah.
Like
he doesn't get credit for a hit.
Right. If let's say a shortstop has a deep play in the 6 hole, and the only play is, or they feel like the only play is to second base, they throw it to second base, and the runner at second beats it out. The hitter doesn't get a hit.
That's kind of what happened here. Yeah. So there's a play at second. So anyway,
because that always ticked me off as a hitter. What? I didn't make an out.
Everything always ticks you off.
So that's
you're upset about
0 for 1.
something now, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, man. At this point, it's not about being upset.
Alan told me during the breaks, like, yeah, I'm upset about something. I almost wanted to say, you don't have to. I already knew that without even you telling me, because it's the way it always is.
I'm not upset. I'm just worried.
Oh, okay.
I am extremely worried now. Extremely worried. Who in the world? Whitey, Jay, with Russell Westbrook retiring, is Darius Acuff doomed? Who in the world is going to be the mentor?
Good question.
I don't know. How is he going to move forward? Is the season doomed? Is the future of the Kings doomed? Who will mentor this young man? Because as you know, every high pick needs a mentor at the same position.
Oladipo or the guy you don't want me to talk about.
Ben Simmons ain't mentoring nothing. Ain't mentoring nothing besides swindling teams out of money.
Whoa.
That's what he mentored.
Uh-huh.
About how to get paid and go home.
But that mentor slot is still available now, with Russ saying, I'm good.
And we
Thanks
all know
for everything.
He needs we need a mentor slot. It has to be filled. Every team has. Oh, wait. They don't. Because the whole thing was ridiculous. Even Russ said, you want me to come in and get paid to be a mentor? Do I look like Udonis Haslem? Thank you. Good night. Michael B., run the tape, baby. Run the retirement tape. We out of here. Now, what are we going to do? Sound the alarm. Darius Acuff, will he be okay, Whitey? I don't know. That's the first thing I thought when I saw this news. Oh, my gosh. I got to text Jay and Whitey and maybe, get some connections. What's Carmichael Dave doing? And Matt George and the whole crew. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I understand your concern. It's a
Darius
valid one,
Acuff.
but there is time to
now
sort
what's
it
going to
out.
happen?
Mm-hmm.
Now what's going to happen? We spent all this time, Whitey. It was ridiculous then, and it's ridiculous now, and I'm glad even Russ said he don't need that. Not from me.
Let me ask you
good
this.
here.
Do you think that was part of the value of having him on the team last year? And I'm not arguing it. I'm just asking you the question. Do you think there was some value last year in having him on the team to serve unofficially as small m, a mentor?
I like that you threw in unofficially because Russ came in to be the backup PG and battle it out with Dennis Schroeder. Once things went squirrely and we realized that the team wasn't doing anything, that's when it became this mentor situation. But he was not initially brought on for that. So I agree with you, and I would say yes.
Malik getting a lot of votes to be Malik Munn,
the pizza guy.
Mentor. Malik in Arabic means mentor.
Initially, yeah, it does. Initially, when Russ was brought in, it was not for that. He was brought in to battle it out with Dennis Schroeder, and there was a chance, hey, maybe we'll be better than we think. And
You may be right. I don't know what he was brought in for.
Maybe it'll be better than we think, and we'll contend for a play-in spot, whatever it is. Then once it went squirrely, hey, well, Russ can at least mentor these young guys. Because think about it like this, Whitey. A lot of these young guys weren't even supposed to be playing. Maxime Reynaud wasn't supposed to be playing. Domantas Sabonis went down. Keegan Murray went down. All these guys. So there was value there. My problem isn't the value. My problem is it being the main value, right? And the main course of why Russ is there. Last season, it was initially not the main course. It ended up being that because the season went off the rails.
I'm with you 100%. I thought the whole, they need a mentor narrative was just overplayed.
Ridiculous.
Because it almost got to a point based on some of the conversations going on that, who's going to be the mentor? They got to have a mentor.
Yeah.
No, they don't. I mean, that's what coaches do. So that's why you have coaches.
That's why you have coaches, and you have vets on the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a bunch of, this isn't the Nets.
Right.
If you had no vets and your one mentor was Michael Porter Jr., yeah, that might be a little bit of a problem. But that's not the situation that the Kings are in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that they're going to be that they're going to find a way to survive without Russell Westbrook as the mentor.
I do think Russ, I don't know him. I haven't talked to him. I do think he would have liked to have come back if he had the same role.
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
wouldn't have been smart for the Kings, but if it was anything close to what he did last year, I'll bet you he'd still be playing.
Yeah, I mean, he played 29 minutes. He played 29 minutes a game last season.
Yeah, and that would be higher if he was playing as much early as he was later.
Right. That dropped because the team, they said, wait, we got to put a muzzle on this at least a little bit, or he would have been over 30 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. So, I don't know. I
That
know
would
it's got to
be
be
a mentor, in a sense.
Financially. He could be my mentor, my financial advisor. My financial advisor. That's what he could do for me.
Mm-hmm.
And shooting the basketball, for sure.
Yeah, there's a kind of a interesting subset of players now that were all-time great players that played for the Kings and were not great anymore by the time they played for them. But we're getting kind of a little bit of a collection of them now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's, to be totally frank, that's not unusual when you have a franchise that struggles.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good landing spot for a great player towards the end of his career. But I'm thinking Russ and DeMar and, Vinsanity.
Mm-hmm. We've seen this story before. And then you have, kind of to a lesser degree, the guys trying to find their way. You had Markelle Fultz a couple years ago. If you did have Ben Simmons, that would kind of fit. And I think
that's happening, Alan.
It probably is, but that's the type of stuff that I know ticks Jay off because, and this is what we started the show with on Monday. When are the Kings going to graduate from being that team? Let somebody else be that team.
You got to win.
Maybe they're
just legit.
Right. Maybe they're just not there yet. But the hope is eventually they won't be that team anymore because we got bigger fish to fry. But to be fair, they're not there yet.
You want to pick up Steph Curry? I mean, there's talk of
maybe
it's time for him to move on.
I mean, just stop. Mike Dunleavy, stop talking. Joe Lacob, just stop talking. And you know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a bunch of picks back so they can screw up those draft picks.
Well, we'll talk about
that. They did the last time.
When we come back. Yeah, how the Steph Curry trade thing flared up again yesterday. Next, Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The summer of Silverado continues at Folsom Chevy. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team have rolled out an incredible deal for August on every 2026 Silverado half-ton truck in stock with a 5.3-liter engine. $13,000 off MSRP, 0% financing for for 5 years. No monthly payment for 90 days, and there's a lifetime warranty. Find it all at Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends August 30th, 2026.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140.
I'm trying to think of other players who were great players who played for the Kings towards the end of their careers or at the end of their careers when they were no longer great players. And I know Russ had a nice year last year, but Russ, DeMar, Vinsanity, and Ralph Sampson is another one.
Ralph
Sampson, a Hall of Famer who played towards the very end of his career when he really had a hard time just physically getting up and down the floor. He was a Sacramento King briefly.
Yeah. There's probably some more names in there. I know, obviously, as of late, we've talked about them because you've had kind of the back-to-backs with DeMar and then Russ. There's probably some more names floating around there. But as we head towards, I don't know, there's not really a lot of other. The problem is they're all getting older, but they're all still expensive, right? Like the next wave would be the Paul Georges and the Kevin Durants.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys, even though they're 35, 36, they're still getting paid $40, $50 million. So I don't know. We might see those guys when they're in their 40s, Whitey, at this point.
Yep. Steph Curry, is he on the move? There's been a lot of speculation in recent weeks that, hey, maybe he will want to ask out. They didn't get LeBron. He hasn't asked out. But yesterday, Mike Dunleavy talking to the media. Now, it's interesting how you slice this because he said, my understanding is, and from what I read, Mike Dunleavy said, we want to keep him here. We want him to be here forever. We're optimistic we can get him to sign another extension. But then when he was asked about it, Mike Dunleavy said, if he were to ask out, we feel like we would owe it to him as an organization to try to work that out. Now, in some places, that was aggregated. And so if you just took that out of it, it makes it sound like, wow, they're trying to get rid of him.
Right.
And I'm not sure where the truth is.
Well, I think the truth, honestly, I think, in my opinion, the truth lies within the actual question.
By the way, Rajon Rondo is another
That's
player.
another good one.
Yeah.
I think the truth.
I'm not going with Ostertag, but thanks.
Yeah. I think the truth lies because in the actual article, Anthony Slater, it's titled, Curry Still on Track to Finish Career with Warriors, GM says. But I think the conversation and the questions, how Anthony Slater not worded it, but how it got laid out in his tweet is Mike Dunleavy's quotes today on Steph Curry's future and extension eligibility with the Warriors. Then he has a long paragraph or a couple paragraphs where it's Dunleavy answering the question. Now he answers all that within the context of, hey, this is about Steph's future and extension. It's not as if somebody brought up, would you ever trade, straight up, hey, Mike, would you ever trade Steph Curry? And that, if you asked him that question and then he said this, I think it's a nothing burger.
So he's the one who introduced the whole
He brought it in really for no reason.
Conversation.
Yes, that's why people are saying.
Or was it for no reason?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's why people are saying. And again, even when you go on the actual article, Anthony Slater lays it out. Right. Curry is on an expiring contract, team leagues and sources. He doesn't say this is what Mike Dunleavy was asked and this is how he answered point blank. He's laying out the situation and then giving Dunleavy's answers. So we don't really know. It feels like he was not asked straight up, would you trade Steph Curry? He is the one that led into it. And I think Anthony Slater, the way it's written like that on purpose because he who was there probably said, yeah, nobody actually asked him about trading Steph.
Well, if you were Steph, would you be considering asking out?
Here's a weird thing that I thought about, right?
Because I don't think I would if I'm Steph.
But it's almost a reverse, and I guess the relationship is fine, right? Clearly, I think Steph had a deeper relationship with Bob Myers and everything that they accomplished. Mike Dunleavy Jr., a lot of people are wondering how he even got the job. But to me, if I'm Steph Whitey, on the flip side of it, yeah, I'm not letting you flip me, right? Unless it's the perfect spot. I'm not letting you flip me to superpower, because right now you have nothing. And you've decided that you don't want to give anything else. I know you went and got Jimmy, but you don't want to do anything else because you're worried about the future. But I am your present and your future, because if I just walk away and you get nothing for me, you have nothing but pods and Yaxo Lendeborg. So if I'm Steph, if I was Steph, I would find a way, and I know he's up for that extension. I would not, if after these years of you guys not doing enough, I would not allow you as a parting gift to get 4 first-rounders off of me. I wouldn't do it, Whitey. Right now, yeah, he's about to expire. If I'm Steph, I'm salty enough that I would say, yeah. Well, the thing is, he doesn't have a trade clause, so then they'd have to be the bad guy and just trade him.
Yeah, and it's not just the saltiness. It's also the fact that Steph Curry is, no matter what happens from here with the Warriors, he is beyond blame. He's already accomplished so much, and he has the chance, due to the CBA, to get more money if he stays there. He don't want to move. His legacy, would it really be improved if he went somewhere and won a championship? Maybe. But even then, if he goes somewhere else, then he has to sort out, okay, am I the guy here? Am I one of the guys? If I go to San Antonio, how does that work? If I'm Steph Curry, and that's part of it, what you say, but bottom line to me, if I'm Steph Curry, it's like, this is just, I'm not going to do any better than this right now.
No.
Given how deep my roots are in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And maybe, who knows, maybe they will get it right. Like 2022, out of nowhere, we won a championship. Maybe, maybe things fall our way again. Unlikely, but possible.
That's not going to happen.
I don't think so. But he'd probably be thrilled if they were just, a semi-legitimate contender at some point between now and the end of his career with the Warriors.
If you're Mike Dunleavy Jr. and you're trying
not, by the way.
And you're trying to show why you even have this job, I think going back to some of the other guys, whether it's the Sam Presties of the world and others, I think you go to Steph and you say, hey, are you going to get this extension? If not, let's just stop beating around the bush and we're going to have some tough conversations, right? Because what it is right now is the Warriors, they want to break. It sounds like when you want to break up with someone, but you want it to be their idea. So you start ticking them off. You stop making the bed. You stop doing the dishes. You purposely aren't texting them back.
If that really was part of his motivation yesterday, Mike Dunleavy is so incredibly ham-handed. It's almost embarrassing.
It was but none of it has made sense. Going back to the Kuminga, Pods, Lauri Markkanen thing. They have made mistake after mistake after mistake. You want a bunch of draft picks for what? So you can screw those up too? I know Bob Myers was at the helm, but what are you going to do, right? To keep it all the way 1,000, Joe Lacob, he fell upon Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry was already there. So we have no proof that Joe Lacob without Steph is worth anything more than the billions that he's worth from doing other stuff.
You're saying Jerry West and Bob Myers really built that team?
Yes. And
could be.
And Bob Myers and whatever's left now from Mike Dunleavy Jr. to Joe Lacob, I don't know. And I don't even know how much of this is Mike Dunleavy Jr. The same way we'll talk about the Kings in full autonomy. I don't know if Mike Dunleavy Jr. got told, hey, this is what we want to do.
Brought in Jimmy Butler.
Right. Or, hey, we're not selling the farm or whatever it is. Here's a certain line. My whole thing is this whole idea, and I get it, the Pelicans have had crazy price tags on Herb Jones and Trey Murphy, and they continue to go up. So I understand that, but we don't really have any concrete, like they've all came out and said it. Steve Kerr, everyone. Oh, we don't want to sell the future. But outside of Trey Murphy and that price tag, right, we don't necessarily have any examples of the Warriors trying to be better and getting outpriced, right? Hey, well, we wanted Jaylen Brown, but we couldn't give up 4 first-rounders. We don't even have – it's like they're saying no to hypothetical trades.
Well, we know that the owner, for a while, I don't know if he still is, but for a while, he let it be known that he was operating under what I think is the delusion that we don't have to rebuild like everybody else rebuilds.
Right.
We're better than that. We're smarter. We'll be good and we'll figure out how to stay good. And there's a reason why teams aren't able to do that. And that's kind of where they are now. It's like, oh, I guess that doesn't work. We're not smarter than everybody else. We're not light years ahead of everybody else. We have from Holistic Fields 90. I would love to see Steph leave the Warriors, and I would swim in the tears of their fans.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that would be – it would be something else. I mean, here's the thing, though.
You don't even open against them now, though.
Well, yeah, don't – come on. I'm trying to move on from that. Here's the thing with Warrior fans. I don't know how much of a split it is. I mean, most fans are – now, you can dislike Warrior fans because they've been smug during their glory years, and that's completely fine. But it's not as if Warrior fans, for the most part, are agreeing with Joe Lacob. They all are ticked off. They don't want this either. So it's not as if, oh, we trust what Joe's saying and we think that, they're doing the right thing. No, that's not it. It's just what else are you going to do? Real quick, Whitey, because I had to say it. Joe Lacob was on the TK show, Tim Kawakami, who is a legend out there.
TK Pod.
That's right, in the Bay. And Joe Lacob on the Warriors drafting Jonathan Kuminga. I do not view Jonathan Kuminga as a mistake. I think we may have made some mistakes in how we handled it and how we handle it and how we handled it. Maybe he made some mistakes. And obviously that's well documented and we had to move on. But he's an NBA player and played in the playoffs and did really well. This is not a mistake at the 7th pick. There were 7 picks that are out of the league.
No, that's wrong. It was a mistake. Yeah, he played in the playoffs. Nice try.
He's taking it to the grave, Whitey. Sometimes you just got to take it to the grave.
That's a good effort. That's a good job. Good effort.
Yeah. You're not fooling anybody, but
right.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
You tried.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Go get Kuminga. Bring him back. Come on home.
It's too late. JK. Stay away, JK.
By the way, someone here suggests that the front office here needs a mentor, so we remember to sign the 2-way contracts in a timely manner like Markel Sutton.
See, man, now that's what I'm talking about. Now he's gone in Chi-Town. Now I got a new Eastern Conference team.
Have you gotten over that yet?
No, I have not. Now the last time somebody was moved and I was upset about it, I think they played about 2 games in the NBA that next season.
Was that Hot Honey?
That was Hot Honey. Maybe he played more than that. I don't know. There are a couple. There was another one. He went to the Rockets. Crawford. Yeah. Isaiah Crawford. That was another one. Not really my guy, but there were people out there. No. Isaiah Crawford. How'd we let him go? Yeah, I think he played.
That's why last year you were rolling your eyes when fans got excited about a couple of players who were still in the roster. I won't mention them because if I remember correctly, you were thinking these guys are they're like Isaiah Crawford and
You're right.
Hot Honey Jones.
You're right. And, I won't say I was wrong, but, you can look at it a couple different ways.
More on Russell Westbrook when we come back. Also, we'll tell you why the NBA, if you can believe this report, is actually excited about tipping off the season with a game at noon, our time. And guess which NBA team, according to SI.com, is an obvious choice for Ben Simmons? We got all that coming up. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
Sactownsports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. Sactownsports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The one and only Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Golden One Center this weekend.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples, all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
I have to confess, when I saw today on X, I think it was Deuce, had reposted Russell Westbrook's retirement video, and I hadn't seen the video and I hadn't actually heard the news. I didn't realize that he had retired. It took me a moment to realize, oh, I see.
Yeah, I thought there was something because he was in a museum and he's always doing different things.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was opening something, right? Because he has so much going on.
Yeah, and he does a lot for communities, and I thought, oh, this is his latest project.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And then I saw Matt quote tweet it and say, this sure sounds like a retirement. And then I have Shams notifications on, and I saw Shams, hey, he retired. So, yeah. At first, I was a little bit confused for sure.
Why was it that a player so great, future Hall of Famer, first ballot, no question, had such a rocky road in terms of how many different teams he played for in the backstretch of his career? I mean, the Rockets one year, and then what was it, the Lakers, and then the Clippers, and the Wizards, and the Nuggets, and the Kings. And after he left, OKC was not with any one team for as many as 2 full consecutive seasons.
Well, I think very similar to me. Now it feels like Russ and I have a lot in common. He's an acquired taste. You know, that is not something, or how he plays is not very typical, or we've said it before, fitting inside a system. Look at how the league is now, right? The league is 1 star and a bunch of role players, maybe 2 stars and a bunch of role players. And once Russ kind of left the star category, you know, nowadays everybody's asking you to be a role player, and that's not him. I'm trying to think, Whitey, honestly, of an example of who he could have become and maybe settled in and stayed on another team for a while. But I don't even know who that is, because look at Chris Paul. I mean, Chris Paul, same thing. Once you leave the star convo, it's kind of hard to transition into that role player unless you do want to come off the bench or something like that. So maybe with that, where I'm going is maybe it's a little bit tougher for point guards too.
Maybe. Well, it shouldn't be in a way. I mean, a point guard should be, depending on, you know, getting back to that whole, well, what is a point guard conversation and what you consider a point guard to be. I think he was a victim of, in the end, the very thing that fueled his greatness, which was just that determination and that stubbornness that I'm Russell Westbrook.
Exactly.
I'm going to take these shots. Sometimes they were bad shots, but to my eye, because I watched them a long time, we all did. And I used to think, frankly, like, man, he's kind of selfish. And I came to realize he just really thinks that he wants to win, and he thinks he has a better chance of making it than them other guys on the team. He may be wrong, but that's why he's doing it. And that stubbornness was what made him, set him up for some short stays in places. But without that stubbornness, he wouldn't have been the great player that he was.
Do you feel like...
I said that to Jim Barnett. You know Jim Barnett?
Yeah.
We were doing a pregame when it was a Christmas day and the Rockets were playing the Warriors. And he said, that's a great... Yes, he's stubborn.
Yeah. It's a positive, but there are other sides to it. But I guess, do you feel like he had that narrative when KD was still on the team? Because I don't necessarily remember, because the whole thing is KD left Russ, but in the moment, I don't really remember times where, man, Russ just needs to give up the rock and let KD do his thing. I don't really recall that. It felt like they worked pretty well together, but maybe I'm remembering. It feels like what you're talking about, once KD left, it turned into, now I'm honestly fuel to the fire. Well, now I have to prove why he made a mistake, which maybe set it off, right? Hit the NOS button on that whole thing. Because I don't really recall when they were together, it seemed like they really liked each other, which is why it was a surprise.
Yeah, I remember one game at the old building here, and they were the Thunder. They were a great team. And I remember noticing, that's OKC, but they had been such a great team and so much fun to watch. There's all these people in Sacramento at the sleep train, and they're wearing all these OKC jerseys. And I thought, man, this is weird, but I get it. When we go to the games, we would always pick who's going to score the most points. And I picked Russ that night. I forget who Sheena picked, but Russ had she might have picked KD, and Russ was just dominating. And he had, 43 or something. But then the game was somewhat close, and then down the stretch, everything changed, and their whole approach was, okay, it's time to win the game. Now KD is the guy.
Yeah.
And you could see it's like, oh, right, okay, I get that. And I remember looking at that and thinking, he probably understands that, but he's probably not too happy about that. And I think that kind of dynamic ultimately led to their split. And it was just like, it just couldn't last that long. They were going to clash over that, you know?
Yeah.
Because they both thought, I'm the guy. And they both knew it. You know, it wasn't like, gee, I think I'm the guy. Both those guys like, I'm the guy.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of success, but I think ultimately that's what led. We'll never know because I don't know that KD will ever really fully explain why he left there. But I suspect it had a lot to do with just playing with Russ.
Well, I think the other thing is, though, because of where he went, Russ can lay as of right now, we'll see if KD gets another ring, but Russ can still sleep pretty well knowing,
sure,
yeah, you left and you got some rings, but you got some rings with Steph Curry and the Warriors. It's not like you went to, even what LeBron did going back to Cleveland, or to a lesser degree the Heat, because I know they had D Wade and Bosh, but they created their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even. Westbrook can say, yeah, you left, but you left and joined some dudes that already had a championship. It's not like you left and showed that I was holding you back.
Yeah. And he stayed there and stuck it out and had some success there. I remember KD, I think it was his first game here with the Warriors, or his last game right before he went back to OKC. So it was DeMarcus and those guys. And KD had a terrible game. I think he scored 10 points. He was awful. And I don't know, but I wondered if just the fact that they were going to go to OKC, if he had that weighing over his head and if it was playing on his mind a little bit. Then if you saw that game was on TV, oh, man, did they give him
that was the cupcake.
A rude welcome when he went back.
That was the cupcake thing. And KD has powered through, and it was all those years ago now, to the point where some of the highlights are starting to look a little, man, how old are we getting? But Russ, they got the graphic up here, 209, the most triple-doubles in NBA history, 209, Jokic 198, Oscar Robinson 181, Magic Johnson 138, and LeBron, I think, 125. But Russ changed they both, I think, have different storylines to their legacy, very polarizing storylines to their legacy. I think they both are going to sleep okay, and Russ is the one where, hey, I did my thing, I showed who I was, and you know what? If I had left and gone to whatever team the same way KD did, I would have got a ring too. Hey, if I would have went to the Warriors, we would have won a ring too. I mean, if Monte Ellis is saying that, then Russell Westbrook could say that. Because what happens is, and to bring it back to, funny enough, to the Bay, when the Raiders left and when the Warriors left, people wanted to pour into the A's. That was the whole rooted in Oakland, and that was all that. Now, obviously, it didn't last very long, and it didn't last forever. But that's what happened with Russ. Once, Harden was already gone, and nobody faulted Harden. But once Harden was gone, and then when KD did that,
they traded Harden.
Yeah, exactly. Once KD left, then it turned into, well, now Russ is the son of OKC. Mm-hmm. So there was no world where he was going to possibly leave. And like you said, I don't even know how Russ would have done in the Warriors situation, because you got Steph there, right, to that point.
That would not have worked.
Right? Just the deferring and things like that. But Russ can say, KD left, I stayed in OKC, it held it down. We went on playoff runs. It was what it was, and I'm happy with how it ended out.
I think this is a great sentence. This is by Liam McKeon, SI.com. He says, Westbrook is not alone in how his storied career faltered down the stretch. In many ways, it's archetypical. All-time great athletes have a hard time battling with their own declines. Westbrook's battle was simply more fierce and more public than most. It does not tarnish what he did in OKC, but it does complicate things when discussing his legacy as a tremendous career comes to a close. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant paragraph.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't want to. I mean, you're one type of player forever. right? And Vince Carter, like some of these guys that we've seen examples of it, but not the same. Like Vince Carter is a weird one because he did, I guess, for lack of a better term, accept, hey, okay, it's time for the next phase. I think DeMar is an interesting one, and that's to your point that you said earlier, maybe that's why he hasn't been signed yet. DeMar's got a little bit in him as well, but
That's
they're just
tough choice.
Yeah, they're just certain guys. I mean, I think Carmelo struggled with it, but he got to the point where he just wanted to play.
Yeah, and he finally made that adjustment, and he made it really well. I remember seeing him coming off the bench later in his career with like Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, ooh, he's really good at that.
Yeah, he didn't. He was essentially out the league before saying, "Fine, I'll do it."
Mm-hmm.
And I think Russ came to that conclusion just based on what was out there. I don't think, and even LeBron too, in a weird way, obviously he's taken the minimum and there were teams that clearly wanted LeBron, but even LeBron in a weird way, it gets to a point where we don't know what option LeBron is going to be. Didn't Rich Paul say he's going to be going to play a Draymond role? Like, we don't even know what LeBron is going to look like at this stage.
I think Russell Westbrook's biggest impact on the Kings actually came years before he came here, because according to stories, it's been documented, the Kings were going to trade Buddy Hield for Kyle Kuzma.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron intervened and said, no. We don't want Buddy Hield. We want Russ. So they got Russ, and they didn't trade Kyle Kuzma to the Kings. So I don't know how that would have worked out, but at the time, that would have been a pretty big deal for the Kings. And I think that had more of an impact on the Kings than anything that he was able to do last year. I'm wondering how he's going to be remembered by Kings fans. We don't know. We think we know now. Time will tell. I think people are going to look back on last year as a year in which, he came here and he played well, but fairly or unfairly, I think people are going to say, as you pointed out earlier, like he probably would have been better off without him that year because they would have lost more games.
Yeah.
I think that's how people are going to remember him.
I don't know. There are a lot of Kings fans that really liked Russ and liked how he played and grew up watching Russ, and it was really cool. Number one jersey sales for the Kings. It was really cool to see him on your favorite team. And you look now at where the Kings are, you could say, I don't know, especially right now, Whitey, where we don't know anything, right? You could sit there and say, Russ came, he was exciting, he helped teach the young guys how to win or how to play hard, and we still got A-Cuff. So you know what? I'm good with Russ, and I'm glad that the last time Russ played in the NBA was with the Kings. I think a lot of people are going to think fondly of Russ, to be honest with you, because throughout the season, we went back and forth and battled with a lot of fans that would say, you guys keep bragging on Russ, and he's the only one that we know plays hard every day. I mean, let's not forget, and I know this season wasn't completely off the rails, but when you're dealing with the same type of fans that cannot stand Zach LaVine for a lot of different reasons, but the whole thing with the fan interaction with Zach LaVine, and he gets paid all this money and he doesn't, in their mind, doesn't play hard or whatever it is. I think Russ has always been viewed as very refreshing to people. So I think that most Kings fans are just going to pray that A-Cuff is really good. And on the flip side of it, feel as if, you know what, it was really fun having Russ, and he played his butt off because that's what Russ does.
Do you think Russ will be one of those guys who, come the trade deadline or so, is like, I've been working out, I can help somebody?
I don't think so. I think, to me, think about it like this. I know the advanced numbers aren't great, but Russ played 29 minutes a game, okay? He averaged 15 points per game, all right? He shot it at, the second or third best three-point percentage in his career.
Yeah, but it still wasn't very good.
No, but he was taking 5 point. Russell Westbrook, is this the right person? 5.9 threes a game, Russell Westbrook. So he shot it at 33.8. So
and I
basically
think it
34.
came down. I think he was actually shooting it at a pretty decent clip for much of the year, and then
So I think
really
what
declined.
that turns into is I did everything that I wanted to do in Sacramento in hopes of showing people maybe at a higher level that I can be that guy. Now that I did it, and it doesn't really seem like it changed how the league views me, I've done it all.
How many threes did he shoot a game for his career?
Just total?
Yeah. His average three-point attempts. Because I think that's really a window into one of the things that made him unique.
You want the percentage?
Don't they have like average three-point attempts per game?
Yes, average three-point attempts per game for his career. He averaged 3.7.
Okay, it's not as high as I thought. But we saw it last year, as you said, he took a lot of threes.
Mm-hmm.
He was never a very good three-point shooter. Did he have 1 year where he was around 34, 35?
He took the most threes per game in his career last season.
Yeah. And yeah, for much of the years, you remember, he shot the ball well. But as the whole league was trending towards more and more and more threes,
yeah,
and he was not a three-point shooter. And he did not make that adjustment. It was like, that's not how I play.
And he tried. He's taking 3, 5.9 a game. So he tried. What more did you want him to do? Got it up to basically 34%, which is in the vicinity of the average.
Yeah. It's just not very good.
It's just not very good. But I don't know. He had a lot going on.
That's another interesting thing to me about Russell Westbrook. I sense that in some corners, like what I just said, would be seen as blasphemous. How you criticize his three-point shooting? It's Russell Westbrook. Look at all he did do. And it's really curious to me the way a lot of people almost think he's beyond criticism. There's something about him because he was so unique. Some fans have a hard time looking at him going, you can't criticize him. He played too hard. Well, but I think if we're being honest here, we have to look at, the whole picture, and that's what made him so interesting.
Well, I think to pull in your guy here, I think there's a little bit of Brock Purdy-ness going on.
Wow, you're the only person in history to compare Brock Purdy to Russell Westbrook.
As far as narratives, it started out with Brock being, hey, he's super underrated and nobody wanted to give him his flowers. And then it kind of went in the other direction where people were trying to put him in conversations that maybe he should or maybe he shouldn't be in, probably not. And now we finally got to a pretty even spot. I think with Russ, he was beloved, right? Those Thunder teams, of course, going up against LeBron because everybody hated LeBron on the Heatles at that time. Everybody loved the Thunder. Then when KD left, I think people still loved Russ. I think things flipped twice, Whitey. I think things flipped that MVP season because, again, as the analytics started changing, people said, okay, did Steven Adams just avoid a rebound for Russ to get the rebound to get the triple-double? That's not right. And he can't shoot threes. And actually, these advanced metrics say that Russell Westbrook is a problem. Then he goes to LA. That gets even worse. So now I think what you're seeing, fans and others, even before he retired, trying to give Russ his due because I do think it had gotten pretty negative. So now I think, in your opinion, the idea of we can't criticize him, I think that is a correction, and eventually we'll get back to the mean of, hey, he was good in some spots, he was not great in others, because I think he just started getting piled on. And I think I think media and certain stat nerds can't stand Russell Westbrook, but I think fans, it's an argument of, I guess, the eye test versus heart in a way, or brain versus heart.
How are the Kings going to manage to compete for the in-season cup, the NBA Cup, without Russell Westbrook? We haven't talked about the fact that some of the cup games here, the schedule has been announced. November 6th versus the Spurs, November 13th versus Portland, November 20th at Lakers, November 25th at Golden State Warriors. It seems to me like you don't really have in-season tournament fever today.
No, I don't. So that's what they're saying. They're saying it's because of the in-season tournament. That's why they moved that game, the Warriors game.
I don't think one has anything to do with the other, as far as I know. I don't know. I haven't heard that.
They just changed it.
Yeah.
They're just bad info going around.
And I know today was the day, as we said yesterday, today was the day that we were supposed to get information on the in-season tournament games. The stuff we heard yesterday that we shared was not official. And then tomorrow we get the whole thing. And as I said, I'm really curious to see how many leaks there are between now and the official release of the schedule, because it seems to me like maybe some of those leaks have been tightened up. We'll see.
Yeah, and
I mean, Alan Stiles doesn't even have anything.
No, I got nothing. Friday, November 6th against the Spurs. L. Friday,
whoa,
11,
really?
13, November 13th against the Blazers. Maybe they get that one. Friday, 11:20 at Lakers. L. Friday, 11:25 at Golden State. L.
And if you're wondering which of those games are on national TV, according to Jason Anderson, none of them.
Good. Good.
Wow.
That's the last thing we
So
need.
dour.
That's the last thing we need.
Don't you think the basketball nation wants to see Darius Acuff working his magic?
Well, these guys don't even have any young studs to compare him against, right? It's just the Spurs, and when I'd love to see him cook De'Aaron.
There you go.
And cook Scoot. They got 7 guards on the Blazers.
Luka can't guard Darius Acuff.
Oh yeah, and take the over in that. Hey, Schmalin, prop talk. Luka over, Acuff over. Just a layup line both ways. Give me that all day. And then Steph, they'll probably throw the Kings. They'll probably throw 2 bodies at Steph the whole time, make Guy Santos beat you. And he probably will.
Santos, I'm telling you.
I'm going to say he probably will.
Eye on him since the first time play.
Yaxel, you got Acuff versus Yaxel?
There you go.
There's something.
How is that not on national TV?
Yeah, you got to. Remember
What
back
is
in the
going
day
on here?
when Kings Warriors just locked that in
Yes.
national. Now they
Every
not on,
other night they were on national TV.
Now they not on Tubi. You can't even get them on Tubi, Jay. Life comes at you fast.
Speaking of televised games, Dave McMenamin on ESPN was talking about the fact that the NBA and TV people are trying to convince us that they're excited about tipping off the season with that game at noon our time on opening day. We got the Pistons and the Celtics at noon, 3 o'clock Eastern, of course. We talked about that yesterday. It's like, some people had a real problem with that. I don't have a problem with it, but it's obviously odd. Quote, Dave McMenamin, I've talked to people around the league. They're like, we could sense the excitement for the NBA right now, so let's experiment with this thing. They talked with executives at NBC, and it was kind of a joint decision that this is something we can turn into a celebration of the game. It's already a marquee moment for the league. Let's see if we can enhance it and turn it into a major showcase. Maybe down the line, this becomes a tradition for NBA fans. Also, the NBA is an international game. 3 p.m. Eastern is primetime viewing in Europe.
Call it the lunch run. When you used to hoop.
It's not going to become a thing.
You know when you used to hoop during lunch, right? Oh, I got to get back. I got a meeting at 2, but I can get this run in. The NBA lunch run.
They're thinking that this is going to be like March Madness or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the first game of the year.
Yeah, turn it on. Hey, put on the big screen. Put on the big screen in the tech, your tech building. Hey, put on the big screen. We got to see lunch run. NBA lunch run 2026.
Except back east, it's at 3 o'clock, so it's a late lunch run.
Early
lunch dinner
run. Yeah,
run.
the Linner run. The Linner run. That's what they do for, in the tech world. They'll turn it on for World Cup, March Madness. Hey, put on the projector. And now
Yeah, this ain't like that.
They want it to be.
Now, Dave McMenamin, I'm sure this is what he's been told, and so he's just sharing what people have told him. But I have to think, in reality, the NBA is like, yeah, Peacock needs a game. We got to put a game at 3. That's terrible. Yeah, but watch this. Oh, we're really excited about it. It's going to become a tradition.
Yeah, it's going to be part of it. When I was your age, they started the NBA lunch run, and every year, me and your mother, me and your father, we would watch that game. Now, we didn't really get to watch it because I was at work, but we would text about it.
And it was a blowout and nobody cared.
And they were in school, but we talked about it after the fact.
Mm-hmm. When we come back, guess which NBA team, according to SI.com, is an obvious choice for Ben Simmons? Rumor has it there is a new Drive Guys Ben Simmons song that's dedicated to Carmichael Dave.
Wow.
We've got that coming up, too. It's a Drive Guys. Don't go away. Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
There she goes, our baby.
Are we ready for this?
You added her to your AAA auto policy. With 24/7 claim support, she's covered.
Our AAA agent, you're here too?
We're always here for you. Visit AAA.com/insurance to get a quote today.
Now through August 31st at Big O Tires, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Ditto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See your locally owned Big O Tires dealer for pricing.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Seems as though casual players are always trying to balance the desire to hit the golf ball farther with shooting lower scores. Whether you hit a 270-yard drive or miss a 12-inch putt, they both count a stroke on your scorecard. Some of us will never hit the ball 270 yards, and trying normally leaves us well short and well right of the target. Seems as though improving our putting might be an easier way to shoot better scores. Putting is about confidence. It's about feeling the greens, seeing the line, visualizing the ball going in the hole, and making a confident stroke. Harvey Penick says, never, repeat, never allow yourself to think about what's riding on the putt, whether it's a major championship or just a 50-cent wager. Hit the putt as you've hit 10,000 putts in the past. Concentrate on imitating your final practice stroke, not on what will happen if you either miss it or make it. A positive mind will cure a lot of ills. Think about it. Really, think about it. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Yeah, the smartest listeners, YouTube viewers, anywhere, remembering Russ, his NBA career, his time with the Kings. We have in the chat today from Dwayne Baker. As a fan since '85, I love, all caps, LOVE, that we got to see Russ in a Kings jersey, still effective in his final season. Director of Rec 44, this is a chat comment of the day nominee. You guys think now that Russ is retired, we might see him on a random beach, metal detecting, or random river magnet fishing?
Highly doubt it.
Not unless he could do it maybe from that yacht where he was shooting free throws.
Need a long, long fishing rod, I don't know.
I think it's 50-50.
I'd love to. Oh, by the way, I'm glad we're here now. This is yesterday. I forgot to bring it up. And by the way, over the weekend, I met a guy, and I was at the Natomas. Farmers Market, and I believe his name was Gabriel. So I just wanted to say shout out Gabriel. He said he listens to us all the time.
Thanks, Gabriel.
And he has
I was going to call him Gabe, and I realized I don't know him.
And he has at the farmer's market, they do elote, the corn, right? And it's called get a lote of this, or get a load of this.
Yeah.
Get a load of this. So go check him out at the Natomas Farmer's Market. But speaking of, I'm running through.
How did we end up at the farmer's market, Jay?
Well, no. Just wait. Well, I wanted to get that out because I forgot earlier.
I'm glad you did.
But now we're back on the other side of Natomas. And guys, I'm running yesterday. I'm talking a whole family. Seven people, lawn chairs, the whole shebang-a-bang, fishing, having a cookout right there in the illegal fishing zone.
Oh, no.
A whole family, Jay. About 7 of them. And you know what I did? I kept running because I was outnumbered. But it was a family event, Whitey. I almost said, oh, that's kind of cute, a family event. Then I remembered it's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
They almost got me. Almost pulled on the heartstrings, the kid.
You're soft now.
They're playing.
Let them go.
They're playing music.
You let them go.
They're playing music. They got the chairs. This was a big thing. Hey, fam, we're going to go out and illegally fish on, what was that? Tuesday. Hey, Tuesday's our big illegal fishing day. And I thought, you know what?
With great power comes great responsibility.
I was outnumbered.
You failed.
And some of those kids, they look like some of the kids, there was the parents and then the high schoolers. Some of these high schoolers, they can dunk now. I thought, this is not going to fly for me. I'm going to let them go. They won.
We may have to take your badge.
Whitey, there was 7. It was a whole crew.
Uh-huh.
Not a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole family, Jay.
Officer, why didn't you act? Well, there's too many of them.
It was a family outing. They had this plan, Jay.
You couldn't take your little video?
I did not.
Collect
no.
evidence?
I kept it pushing.
You could have collected evidence.
Atta boy. I kept it pushing, man. If I'm out now, my mom told me these certain situations, you law enforcement, whatever it is, you got to understand.
Choose your battles?
Oh, yeah. And that was one. I said, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. No, y'all got it. Hey, catch something big.
Did they even notice you?
I tried not to make eye contact. I'm just running, got my AirPods on. I just kept it pushing, Whitey. It was a real, Jay, like a day out. Like they play, and and here's the weird thing. Aren't kids back in school?
As of today, my daughter.
Okay, so see,
maybe
as of today, maybe this is it. Hey, here's our last day together. Let's go catch some sturgeon. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's illegal here. Yeah, I know the guy that oversees this. He's soft.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
If we roll deep, it ain't a problem. He only catches that when they're one-offs.
To his area on purpose.
If we're in a group, he gonna keep it pushing.
Yeah.
And I ran by guys, and I saw all 7, 8 of them. I just said, yeah.
Now it's 8.
I think another one popped up.
Since you started
another one popped up, and they had it, guys. I was very, very shook off that. And that's how they do it, though. Roll deep, And I'll see, here's the crazy part. When I'm running, a lot of times I'll see them in the pickup truck, the little park ranger. I say what's up to him. I don't know if he's just letting it slide too or what, but that is actually your job.
Yeah, well, he's probably, as I say, he's collecting evidence.
Mm-hmm.
He's setting the trap.
Yep. Or they know, right, the cycles. Hey, after about 12, he gone. And it's just the little dude running around. And if there's 7 of us, he gonna keep it pushing.
Yeah, and the little dude running around, he gets a little.
He's a little squirrely.
Flighty.
Yeah. So I had to tell you, full family event, Whitey. There's one way to get me. Mm-hmm. Just pull out my heartstrings. Wow, look at this nice family illegally fishing.
Yeah, that's right.
If you can illegally fish if you're creating memories. Mm-hmm. That's a little different.
Well, here's what rattled me, and it didn't have that big of an impact on me, but I'm a little rattled by this story today. SI.com. And I know that SI.com is not necessarily bastion of, your go-to source for NBA information, but Ben Simmons angling for NBA comeback because he's a fisherman too,
Yeah, but legally.
How real is it? Which teams could be interested? I thought, I'll take a look. I think I know who's going to be in there. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they have here teams that could be interested. They talk about, he wants to play in the Olympics and he wants to get back to the NBA and maybe prove that he belongs on his team in the Olympics. Which teams? What can Simmons offer? Pardon me. Which teams could be interested? They've got Sacramento at the top of whatever you want to call it. The Kings. This is in red ink. The Kings stand out as an obvious choice.
I understand why.
Do you agree with this? They're in search of backup ball handling and a player who can help Darius Acuff in his rookie season, which can be rough for young point guards. I don't know if the Kings have interest in Ben Simmons or not, but that sentence is ridiculous. Why would they want Ben Simmons? They need someone, a backup ball handler, and someone who can help Darius Acuff, kind of mentor Darius Acuff. No.
Well, the ball handler, yes. It's just like you had said, if anything, it's just about the defense, not the mentorship, respectfully.
Tapping Simmons to bring the ball up reliably isn't the worst idea in the world, particularly for a minimum deal.
In a perfect world, Whitey, what if he did ball out and you flipped him?
I know
rare,
but I know Monday we talked about it, and I was like, take a flyer. The more I think about it, the more against it I am.
What? You were gung-ho on this
I was
Monday.
gung-ho on why not. Not like, you got to do it. And
you just wanted to keep Russ out. That's what it was. And now that he's retired, now you're saying, yeah, we don't need either of them.
The Nuggets are mentioned in this piece, as are like the Warriors get a mention. I don't think that's going to happen.
I could see those two, though. I could see the reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
When we talk about point guards and you read the statement, or excuse me, the sentence where he can help Darius Acuff do what?
They're in search of backup ball handling, the Kings, and a player who can help Darius Acuff in his rookie season, which can be rough for young point guards. Tapping Simmons to bring the ball up reliably isn't the worst idea in the world, particularly for a minimum deal.
So bringing the ball up the court is where we're at as far as I'm starting to get like Allen now. We're talking about mentoring. We're talking about bringing the ball up the floor in the NBA.
Yeah.
The seventh pick.
Backup got to bring the ball
up the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys tell me the last time you've seen an NBA player on average, or excuse me, multiple times struggle to bring the ball up the floor?
Alex Caravan comes to mind.
I literally going to say we don't need Ben Simmons.
You got
Malik Monk, got Alex Caravan. You got guys that have those duties.
But when's the last time you can remember you see a guy who's a point guard in the NBA struggle like, man, he can't bring the ball up the floor?
Not somebody who I can think of people, but they were
point guard
trying to become like Keon Ellis comes to mind.
Yes.
Right, but he wasn't a point guard. They tried
and that depended
something
on how they guard him. There were times when he did that. Yeah.
I think Devin Carter. But these guys weren't point guards.
But my point is, when you really sit down and think about it, first of all, there's very few NBA teams that presses 94 feet.
Right.
No one's doing that's more college stuff. Second part of it is
playoff basketball. They'll do it more.
Okay, well, when we get there, we'll have that conversation.
The Kings last year for 82 games.
Alan, let me know when we
right?
Yes.
All 82 games left.
With Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
Who was there for 4.
Right.
Come on home, D.
Come on home. But I hear what you're saying, Jay.
Like some of this stuff we're getting outlandish with stuff, though.
It's a great word.
And at some point in time, I don't know if the drive guys have to be, in front of this thing, but some of this stuff is getting out of hand.
Well, sometimes when I try to point some of this stuff out, TC gets mad at me. I don't like that. I like TC.
I understand, Whitey.
Come on.
So
Whitey.
trying to be, balanced and, nobody's perfect.
There's a name, though. A new name.
A new name.
A new name.
Can we get to that on the other side?
We have to get to it.
Okay, and can we get to the Dave song that you haven't heard, even though I sent it to you, haven't heard it?
We have to get to it.
All
My
right.
Wi-Fi was messing up.
Okay. That more coming up, Sactown Sports. Don't go away.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Partly cloudy skies overnight with light winds and temperatures dropping off into the 50s by Thursday morning. And then we'll have cloud cover decreasing through the day with temperatures warming into the mid to low 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Hi, how can I help?
Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager.
I see.
Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and yeah, I've been on the air here just shy of 25 years, and you guys know that when I endorse something, I have a few very important things. Number one, I love it when they're local. Number two, I have to be willing to use them myself. This is where Pest Pros came in, or comes in, I should say, because I've known these guys as Kings fans a long, long time. I also have a mouse problem at my house. I also have a cockroach problem at my house. And I did it the old-fashioned way. Went through Facebook, got a hold of these guys. We became friends. And when I found out what Pest Pros does in the community, I thought, I've got to have you guys on the air. We've got a partner, locally owned, locally operated. Their kids go to school with your kids. You're going to get pest control somewhere. Get it with Pest Pros. Here's how you get a hold of them. pestprosps.com, or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345, and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you about the Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite. It's bright, it's bubbly, it's back.
The Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich, it's so rich, and you can choose between the original or the spicy filet.
Ooh, boy.
And then you got those pickled jalapenos tucked right under the filet, and then just to top it all off, you've got a little honey drizzle right on top.
Okay, now I'm a pimento fan.
And I'm feeling the dragon fruit.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman's stainless steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Here's what's going on. Russell Westbrook has retired. We're remembering his career and his time with the Kings today. Also, Alan has somebody who could be a backup point guard. Alan has a guy that could be a fit for the Kings that we'll get to in just a minute. Before we get to that, though, I was talking about Ben Simmons, and Dave is on the website. Go to the website. Maybe you heard him Monday. Dave is doing a little victory lap still about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons. He's been saying for years, Ben Simmons, Ben Simmons, Ben Simmons. So, I get inspired in a lot of ways when I listen to the morning show. Sometimes I'm inspired to anger or, there's lots of different things. There's a lot of different emotions.
Yes.
You probably feel the same way.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was inspired by Dave's recent rant and ramblings about Ben Simmons to put together a little song. And it's very short. And you could go ahead and roll it if you want, Jay, because there's a little bit of an intro on it here. This is my That's for David.
Nicely done.
Inspirational.
As
Dave
always.
Inspires me again.
You know what? That's just what he does.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does.
See, that was to the song Ben, but it was Dave talking about Ben.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
Bring him in. Just get it over with now.
Mm-hmm.
Just how it
Thank
felt.
you, Jay, for playing that.
Just like with Westbrook, we knew it was going to happen. The smoke gets a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
Just bring him in.
I noticed, though, since Monday when he really started banging that drum, he hadn't really talked about it much since then. Maybe he's gotten where it's not going to happen.
He's been busy. It's his birthday.
No, he is not.
It's his birthday. You have to talk about Pozole today.
Yeah.
And
they found out today that Chili Verde means green. He knew Chili Rojo or whatever Rojo is like red, but he thought Verde was a town. That's what he said. So
and they were talking about
See, I
Pozole.
listen.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I make fun of. I listen every day.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
But it was well done. Has he heard it?
He doesn't even know about it yet that I know of.
I
sent it to Verlad, and Verlad's like, ha, 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 I love that. So
he'll get it tomorrow.
Probably will. So.
He'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're on a roll.
Oh, thanks.
Is that sometimes artists will release singles that don't go on the albums or the EPs.
We're still sorting that out,
Is that
Alan. And
gonna
obviously
make it?
this is, it's Drive Guy's record, so you have a say in
Right, that's true.
how this is marketed.
We'll talk to A&R.
Yeah.
And see, it's just a matter of
I think Jay is A&R.
Right, how many songs we want on it,
right.
Quantity,
I'm thinking
quality.
double album. Maybe overly
Boy,
ambitious.
it's a lot. That's a lot. We'll see what we can do.
For the holidays, double album.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's cuddled up at home.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the drop.
Right.
Waiting for the drop.
Right. We're waiting for you to drop the name of your latest Kings target. Do I have that right? Is it the Kings target?
Recently waived by the Phoenix Suns out of Baltimore, Maryland. The 6'5" small forward. Shooting 37.9% for three on his career. Come on down. Haywood Highsmith.
I like him.
He was waived by the Suns. Didn't really play on the Suns. He played 7
That's
games.
a red flag.
So he didn't play at all. Well, here you go, Whitey. This is why. He underwent knee surgery during 2025 season. Highsmith appeared in 7 games last season with the Suns, averaging 5.4 points, 1.9 rebounds in 13 minutes. Highsmith signed with the Suns in February after he was waived by the Nets. Highsmith underwent knee surgery during the 2025 offseason. With the Miami Heat, that's where most of us know him from, averaged 6.4 points, 3.4 rebounds, 1.5 assists in 24.6 minutes over 74 games.
Mm-hmm.
3-and-D wing is Michael Scotto is calling him. Michael Scotto is
good
who
shooter.
got that out. Yeah. Need shooting. Look, 29 years old. You got him. I know he's not Ben Simmons, but he's a guy that might be able to.
Reminds me of Anthony Tolliver.
I could
on
see
the
that.
show.
I could see that.
I think Anthony
like
Tolliver
this one,
has a
Alan.
little more. Anthony Tolliver probably had, he did more.
Yeah.
He accomplished more.
So that's another, vet you bring in, a little bit of Heat culture still on him a little bit from a couple teams ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the name that dropped, and I have absolutely no clue what his market is going to be, if he's going to be outside the range. But for that last spot, I know I'm normally a younger player type of guy, but and I still am. But if you aren't going to go with a younger player, then I would give him a look-see.
Well, I think what Jay is concerned about, and Jay knows Doug, so Jay probably has Doug's ear on this stuff. He's looking for somebody to bring the ball up, in a backup role. You think he could do that? Can we?
Oh yeah, and mentorship.
Okay.
And mentorship.
He's a lefty, right?
I don't know,
Is
Jay.
he a lefty?
He is only 6'5", and he's a forward. He is not a guard.
No, he's definitely not a guard. So a lot of times, if you're 6'5" and they're calling you a forward, that you probably can't dribble.
I feel like he's a left-handed.
I'll tell you right now, Jay.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good pull.
Mm-hmm.
Interested.
I'd just be worried about his recovery.
Right. You don't like him, you waive him too.
There is no publicly available verified information confirming whether Haywood Highsmith is left-handed or right-handed.
Just pull up a.
Yeah, I know there's people listening right now like, yes, they know whether he is or not, Alan.
He's righty.
All right.
He's righty. It's pure, though. It's definitely pure.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely pure. Go get him.
I'm not, normally I have an instant reaction. You mention the name, by the time you get to the last name, the first syllable of the last name, I'm like, no!
Yep.
And I like Haywood Highsmith.
Yeah, I don't really know what went south and why it didn't work out in Brooklyn. And obviously we know he was injured.
He, I have a lot of
Phoenix.
wings now. He'd be behind.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Looks like...
You're forgetting about the X Factor. DeAndre Hunter.
You're right. They don't even have Brooklyn listed for basketball reference.
I got Caravan now.
Yeah.
Hunter, I got Keegan. I don't know if he can make my squad.
You can't do a little bit of shooting guard. You can't get in there.
He's just never played it.
Yeah, give him a little something,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there's another guy for
power
you.
forward one year for the Heat.
There's another guy for it. But
I like it.
Heat culture. They allow you to do anything.
Mm-hmm. All right. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. When we come back, thank you, Alan. See, just grinding tape.
Always.
Always when he's not running from families that are fishing. Tell you why a prominent NBA agent is furious over the Lakers sale and what it means for players like Russell Westbrook, who did mean for him before he retired, and DeMar DeRozan. That's next with the Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Imagine you're reading Pride and Prejudice, except you're not reading it. Harris Dickinson and Marissa Abella are reading it to you on Audible. Her barbs sting you. His coldness sends a shiver up your spine. Your heart aches, your ears burn. You yearn for Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy to profess their undying love for one another. You can't bear it any longer. Well, maybe a chapter longer. Performance is so good, you'll give love a second chance. Audible. Stories that speak to you.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off. That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply by September 1st and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
There she goes, first solo drive.
Are we ready for this? Absolutely. Our AAA agent, what are you doing here?
Well, same as always, helping you protect what matters most. Like when you added her to your auto policy, or when you switched to AAA insurance and saved.
So you've been here the whole time?
Yep, plus we're available 24/7 for claim support, in case you ever need it.
Shouldn't she be home already?
It's been 12 seconds.
Visit AAA.com/insurance to get a quote today.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader. Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Just a few moments ago on ESPN, they aired Russell Westbrook's top 5 highlights. There were no Kings highlights in there, except for one time in 2018 when, as a member of the Thunder, he beat the Kings with a buzzer beater. But some of those, and it's a tribute to him, and I find myself forgetting just how long he's played. I mean, it's like 2018, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
He played a long time.
Well, I just saw a highlight of it was all of his dunks, and it got a little some of them a little grainy. Some of those the video look a little grainy. That's how long he's been playing. Long time.
Before the color TV?
Yeah. Not that long. But I'm looking, and
before they had glass backboards,
the shorts a little long, longer than they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now they're actually getting long again. But they were really long in the 2000s. Then they got short a little bit recently, and now they're getting long again.
See, that reminds me of something I got to ask you about socks.
Okay.
But first, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Your buddy JR is on hold here.
JR.
Hey, JR, what's going on? Thanks for hanging. What can we do for you?
I got my push notice that Jonathan Kuminga is being referred to by Allen's marketing styles team, so I had to call in. You're saying so you're pushing for him being a mentor now to A-Cup? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, not even close.
You came in with an angry attitude and saying Kuminga better be the new mentor for A-Cup. That's what I heard.
No, that would probably be a disaster.
Slightly a disaster. Hey, and talking about grainy film, has Whitey ever told you that his brother invented the game of basketball there?
No.
Yeah, Phantom took a nail and hooked up a peach bucket to the back of a piece of wood up there in Vallejo. Him and his brother.
That's not entirely true. Yeah, that's not entirely true. My brother was the first guy that figured out, hey, if we cut a hole in the bottom of the basket, we don't have to go up on a ladder every time to get it. Yeah.
It was Jerry Reynolds that said, hey, let's just keep the bottom. And then Phantom said, no, if you cut it out, it comes through a little easier. Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. You excited about the 49er? Are you going to the 49er game tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But I will be at the 8th they win at home during the regular season. I just got the Miami one. That's a good one.
Alan's excited about that Raider game.
I got the Raider tickets. That will be good.
Mm-hmm.
It should only be a couple shootings out in the parking lot. It should be fine. Good times.
That's JR, everybody. Yeah. Thanks, JR. Not his best material today.
Yeah.
Still, that's not our fault. That's his fault. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, JR.
Grind some tape. Get back in the lab.
Do you have anything for us here on the Lakers sale? This is interesting from Maury Brown. I don't want to get too lost in these weeds, but it is interesting to look at this. Maury Brown, he's been on the show, right, Jay?
Oh, yeah, from the show.
Maury Brown writing, Walter, the guy who sold the Lakers, Walter sells Lakers, seeks cash to pay loans amid Department of Justice probe. So this is a guy that's being investigated, and he sells the team maybe to generate some cash that'll help him deal with some potential fines or something like that. So it's very convoluted. But we also have this from Jeff Schwartz, who's a prominent agent. He says, quote, this has nothing to do with any DOJ investigation or anything. He says, incredible. The Lakers sell for $12 billion, yet teams won't spend on older vets because of current CBA rules. Thank you, union, end quote.
Whew. It doesn't make much sense. I mean, and not to, I know we're about to head or possibly a labor dispute and a lockout with baseball. But yeah, there is a line where these arbitrary imaginary numbers are set, these imaginary limits are set, and then you see stuff like this and you think, this doesn't make any sense, right? And they're guys that are legitimately out of the league because of these rules. You know, we just talked about a couple of them. Now, I get it. You want the cream of the crop.
I believe he made a reference to Russ, but this was before we knew Russ was retiring.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, Whitey. Isn't this an argument as people have been saying, why is the league going to expand, right? It depends on how you want to do it. You leave the salary cap and the aprons and all that, and you expand, and you think, hey, well, these teams are all making money, so we might as well expand, and we have these rules, so they should be able to compete at least. Or you don't expand and you let teams just spend more, I guess, in a way. I understand it doesn't make a ton of sense, right, when you're giving guys these minimum contracts, but that is what baseball wants, and that's how they control their bottom line. Because they can't get accused of in basketball, you can't really get accused of not spending enough in the same way because of the penalties. So you give these owners, hey, we're going to walk away with X amount of dollars because we can't spend more than this, even if we wanted to.
Well, you mentioned Las Vegas, you mentioned expansion, and the two new owners of the Lakers had been in the running to get the expansion team in Vegas. And according to Ramona Shelburne, it looks like the expansion fee, once projected between $6 billion and $8 billion to get the Vegas team, now may climb towards $10 billion. So why is the NBA expanding? Well, because they could collect a $10 billion expansion fee. And the two new owners, which is Bob Iger and one of the various Kushners, they apparently looked at it and thought, well, for not too much more than that, although it's an exorbitant amount of money, we could get the Lakers, so let's do that.
Yeah. Well, and here's the other thing. When you say, just to confirm with everyone, that expansion fee that the rest of the league gets, is that just coming from the new teams? The new teams just have to pay that, and they figure out how they're going to pay it? Is that what it is?
Associated Press sports writer Greg Beacham argued that the Lakers' sale makes an expansion fee north of $8 billion increasingly likely, despite Las Vegas ranking 29th among U.S. metropolitan areas and 40th among TV markets. Woo!
It's a lot of cheese.
Mm-hmm. And that cheese in Vegas, where it's hot, that cheese tends to melt.
It's going to be bubbling.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you that much. Yeah, that's something else.
Here's another thing about NBA owners from Swipa on X. Last few ownership moves in the NBA. Tom Dundon is cheap and threatening to move the Blazers, who've been in Portland for 56 years. Mark Walker under investigation for fraud and using $16 to $21 billion in money of American citizens to illegal funding for his other businesses. Matt Ishbia is no longer paying out stocks after losing $600 million in bad gambles. Adam Silver, my man, what are you doing?
It's a lot going on right now.
Yes.
It all stinks, Whitey.
Mm-hmm. The days of the benign owners that, well, we want to make money, but we also we have to look out for the good of the game. We have to be stewards of the game. Remember when we used to know all the owners? Well, you're younger. There was a time when in baseball especially, you knew all the owners of all the teams, and they were like personalities. And now it's, some of the owners, but the owners that are fronts for huge conglomerates and hedge funds and venture capitalists.
Well, I think now it turns into these teams are now just being viewed as additions to a portfolio, right? It used to be, my goal is to work my tail off and eventually own a team, right? Now it's, hey, with everything else I have going on, I want to own a team and I want to not flip it, but I want to turn that, the private equity and all that. I'm using the team as a hub, right? Everything's a hub now, whether it's media, these new sports networks, everything is a hub where back in the day, honestly, Whitey, and my Al analogies, they're all over the place today.
It's been a while. I've missed them.
In a good way, but we just talked about Spider-Man, how back in the day it was, and just movies in general, but specifically Marvel, there was no Marvel universe with Toby. It was Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, finito. Now there's a connector, and we're going to use Spider-Man to introduce the X-Men and all this. That's how these teams are being viewed these days. Back in the day, it was, yeah, we own the Giants, or yeah, we own the Niners, and we're going to make all this money through revenue, the ticket revenue and all that. Now they see it as a hub. We can use this revenue and expand into private equity and sell this off and sell that off. It's just a brand new day.
You're going back to Horace Stoneham, who brought the Giants here, Bob Lurie, and then into whatever they have going now with their ownership group.
Yeah, I know Red Sox are all over it. We just saw it with the Yankees, the Niners, of course, the Giants in the theaters, all of it. It's just, like I said, Spider-Man, a brand new day. It's what it is.
Yeah,
man.
I got you the first time. It was good.
But you didn't say anything.
I know. Well, I wanted to respond to it. But
you got to say, hey, it was good, though.
Have you seen it, Whitey?
Yeah, that's why. You're just salty.
I haven't seen it yet.
Then in the parking lot, Whitey's like, hey, let me know when we're going to go see it.
Yeah, and you said, all right, I'll let you know. So what do we got?
I'm still working through some scheduling.
Jay, I haven't seen it, but Alan saw it, but he saw it on X.
Hold on. Whoa,
on his phone.
Whoa.
That's where he saw it.
That is
like at night in his desk.
I don't know. Whoa. I don't know what you're talking about. I saw.
That's not even seeing it.
No, whoa. I didn't. Come on now. That is not. Yeah, hold on, Whitey. Hold on. There's a lot.
You're like the scoreboard company with the Clippers that's accused of some things. They didn't offer a very strong denial.
Hold on,
when these
Whitey.
charges came out, and neither are you right now.
Hold on, Whitey. Let's take a beat here. Let's take a breather here. I saw the movie.
Yeah.
How I saw
Where'd you
the
see
movie.
it?
Natomas.
Regal.
It's a very exclusive
Style
theater.
cinema?
Yeah, it's a very exclusive theater. All right?
Yeah.
It's not important where you see something.
To me, you haven't seen it yet either.
It's not
You've
important
seen more
where
than I have.
It's not important where you've seen something as long as you see it, right? And I'd tell you where, but we don't do free promotion here. So, we working on different endorsements. If that place wants to reach
to wait
out.
in line? Was it crowded?
No, surprisingly. I saw a late showing.
Right in?
I saw a late showing.
So,
a lot of people were sleeping or whatever. Yeah. So that's really what it is.
Okay. Yeah, you've seen more of it than I have.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah. Getting back to Jeff Schwartz, blaming the union for the CBA rules, I think there's a key piece of this puzzle that he's just choosing to overlook. And, of course, he's choosing to overlook it because he is an agent. But, some of the players who are older veterans have to recognize the game has changed with the new CBA, and it's really difficult for teams to fit in players under the cap now and in the salary structure who are demanding as much money as they've ever made, but are just not as productive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the problem is now, like you said, when you have people questioning how much the most powerful people within these leagues and organizations care about the game, just straight up care about the game, that's an issue. That's inherently an issue. Say what you want about Jerry Jones, because I watched that Netflix doc on the Cowboys. Jerry cared too much.
I care too much.
The Cowboys
I want
winning.
some glory hole.
That was the number one goal for Jerry. Maybe too much, and maybe went in the wrong direction. But that was the number one goal. That's not the number one goal these days. And fans are going to feel it, and fans aren't going to like it. We go to the Blazers. You got every side of the spectrum right now. You got the Blazers, you got the Lakers, all not great for different reasons.
Mm-hmm. I think what fans want above all from the owners, regardless of how they acquired the team, they want the same thing from owners that fans felt that they could get from Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook wanted to win and played hard, and that's really all I think fans want. They want, and we've talked about this, and I don't think this is any breaking news to anybody who's really a fan. You want your owners to care about your team winning as much as you do, and that's really increasingly rare.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays it is. Now it feels like, again, it's the portfolio thing, and you honestly, it's not a be careful what you wish for situation, but it is when you would look back and say, man, our owners are too much involved. That's why, in a weird way, I don't know what to do with Joe Lacob. I don't know what to do with Joe Lacob because we'll talk about autonomy and how much does Mike Dunleavy have and how much does Scott Perry have as well. But Joe Lacob is super involved, and that kind of annoys Warrior fans. So it's almost as if, I don't know, Whitey, was it Goldilocks or the Three Little Bears? The porridge is too cold and it's too hot.
There's just three bears. They're not all little. Because there's Mama Bear and Papa Bear and Baby Bear.
That Goldilocks?
Goldilocks and the three bears. They're not three little bears.
And that's the porridge.
Yeah. Yes.
And there's a hot porridge is too hot.
And mine is just right.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's not enough owners where the porridge is just right. I'm on fire today, Jay. Let me tell you.
I need Google Maps to follow.
No, I'm on fire today. You know what it is, too? They announced my daughter's daycare today. I told you how everybody's always in a good mood for Water Day. So it's their last Water Day.
Oh,
we get out on time.
Right.
And she's in a great mood. She's got her swimsuit on. They announced because summers is almost over. Today is the last Water Day. So we're enjoying it because it's over after this. They're having a foam party. So they're having a foam party.
Party.
Yeah, we're gonna get pictures. She's very excited.
You mean like with the
I guess they're gonna. I don't know. We're waiting. I'm gonna get the pictures. Big, foam machine and all of it. So I'm in a great mood because we're gonna be sad because the Water Days are over.
Well, give me something comparing Water Day to Russ's career.
You just always looked forward to whenever it happened. I'm on fire, Jay. Light them up.
I mean, summer's over for Russ fans.
Yeah.
The career is ending.
Yeah, it is the end of two great things. Water Day and Russ's career. Man. And you looked forward to it, Whitey.
Yeah.
You really did. It's going to be tough to go on without it.
Yes.
But you'll find a way.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Yep. There you go. If you want to watch Spider-Man, I can... I got tickets to that theater for you.
Do you? I bet I have to pay for parking, and I'll bet there's only certain places I can park.
I don't think you got to pay for parking. You just got to make sure the lighting's okay.
How much is popcorn going to set me back?
Oh, man. No, you bring your own. You bring your own.
Very unusual.
Yeah, you bring your own.
Very unusual.
Yeah, these kind of new age spots, it's more like, what is it, Jay? When you cook your own food, right at the barbecue.
So this is like a hibachi
Korean barbecue
movie. Hibachi in a movie.
Yeah, it feels very homey. It's very homey.
All right.
This theater, very
Couch,
homey.
Love seat, all that.
Yeah, you got the ottoman. You got it all.
Okay,
we got you.
Yeah,
we got you, and it's close. There's one near you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just, got to get you, got to get the new version of it because they go away.
I've asked you before about what you as a GM are going to do now with your roster spot that maybe would have gone to Russ, and you mentioned Haywood Highsmith. Okay, we have some fun, whatever it is with Ben Simmons. What about Victor Oladipo?
I mean, it's a no for me. And even the Haywood Highsmith thing, I know his name actually came up not too long ago for the Kings before the Kings imploded. So he's a name that's a bit familiar. But typically for me, I'm outside of the 30-year-old crew. And Victor Oladipo does nothing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
To me, he'd be a guy that you'd really be interested in bringing into a young team if, again, you are looking for some mentorship, which I think we agree is it really that important?
It can't be. It just can't be.
When you're a team like the Kings and you know that there's a chance you're going to struggle, let's be honest now, okay? Let's no holds barred. How much do you have to concern yourself with bringing in things, linking yourself to things that are going to create more interest if your team's not very good? It's one thing Russ did last year.
But if we're
Oladipo would be a great story, right?
If we're going in that direction, who gives you more of that oomph? Oladipo or Ben Simmons? Because I think it's easily Ben Simmons, right?
Yeah, but honestly, we don't know if he can play.
Well, but you didn't say that. You said a little bit of
Well, what
marketing.
I asked you was how much do you have to even be concerned with that, whether it's Oladipo or Ben Simmons or whomever.
Well, I do have a little bit of a background in marketing, so I would say that it's definitely a big deal. You got to sell these tickets. You got to sell these tickets, fellas.
Yeah.
They're not going to sell themselves. And
by the way, if you want to go see the Athletics, ticket prices have come down.
Well, they're done, right? I know the Red Sox, that was the last big boy. There's only about a month left, but I think that was the last big boy that was coming to Sacramento.
The Twins are coming in maybe week after next.
I know that's you got your connect there.
Yeah, I want to see Ryan Kreidler play.
Right.
So we got tickets weeks ago. Then we found out this week.
No,
$11 seats. Yeah. $11 tickets to see the Twins.
Whitey, come on, baby.
Whitey. By the way, the opposite of that, I just saw, and I got to double check again. Jay, I might need to apologize to Chance the Rapper. And he's somebody, I wouldn't say I grew up with him because I was already in my 20s when he had his height. But, yeah, he's selling out. I think I underestimated what Chance did, 10 years ago. Underestimated his following because I keep checking Hard Rock. They haven't dropped, and I don't think they're going to drop. And he's posting, and he's saying all these sold-out shows. I think I may owe Chance an apology because I saw that 150, whatever it was, and I thought, there's no way.
I'm with you.
I'm going to hold the line because, I think it's on a Monday or Tuesday, so I'm not really tripping. The other thing is, too, fellas.
It's the anniversary, right, of the album.
10-year anniversary for Cullenbrook. The other thing, too, fellas, I got to talk to Matt George because, he was talking about going to see Niners Raiders. Just recently, as of 3, 4, 5 minutes ago, I checked those seats, them prices. I might be going as media. I might have to just, lock
into the Falcons game.
Guys, $510 for standing room.
Crazy.
I'm sorry?
$510 for standing room only. Okay, I'm talking section 418.
For the Raiders?
Niners Raiders. 418, which, when you click on it, it looked like you're going to need Frankie's binoculars, right? 576. Hey, babe, you want to go to the game? Sure. $1,100. I can't do it.
Oh, you can.
No, I don't got that. I don't got that.
You might have to do an extra shift out at Sutter Health.
I'm going to need to do the rest of the next 3 seasons at Sutter Health to pay that off.
You talk to Schmallen. You can figure it out.
Hey, one good parlay, you back, baby. Just think about it like this, Alan. If you flip the Kings under, you got something.
Does that surprise you, Jay? That surprises me that it's that high.
I remember going to Raiders Packers a couple years ago. They were still in the Coliseum. I know it hit me about
300,
low threes each, and they were they were not at the top, right? It actually rained that day, but guys, this is out of control. I'm literally at the top. I'm at the top, fellas, and it's 585.
I expected something like that.
I can't not to see them get smacked. Nah, man. I'm be in that same theater where I saw Spider-Man. That's where I'm going to be. That's where I'm going to be.
Oh, with your, pull and connections and reputation, you'll end up with something.
Hopefully. Yeah. Media is cool, but, I'm trying to go.
Really nice press box.
It is. And they feed you, too.
Yeah.
They feed you good.
Yeah.
So I might have to just go that route because 585, no. Hey, Richie, I'm going to write some articles. I got you.
Did you ever go in the press box in the Coliseum for a Raider game?
I did not.
Did you ever do that, Jay?
No, sir.
I did not know hot dogs in that color existed.
Come
it
on,
was,
man.
Yeah, it was.
That was
like,
the meal?
Oh, I guess I'm going to eat one of that.
No.
Whatever. Hot dog verde? Is Dave?
Yeah. A town of dog.
I wish I could wear different shorts.
Town of hot dog. Wow.
Those were the days, though.
Yeah, they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were.
Speaking of, when we come back, the 49ers, guess what? They have some offensive line issues, and Brock is not crazy about his new nickname, Alan.
Oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, we're back with that and more. Don't go away. It's a Drive, guys, on Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see. The new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for them Make This the summer sales event?
Hoblet continues to be the place to find the best prices on the hard-to-find heavy-duty Ram you need. Right now, you can save up to $20,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s. And it's not just the savings. Right now, you also get Ram's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Wow. It seems like every time we do this, you manage to find a new way to sweeten the deal.
That's savings we haven't seen in years. Plus, it's not just the $20,000 off. It's the biggest selection of new heavy-duty Rams in California, with over 400 available. Don't miss your chance to save on the hard-to-find Ram Heavy Duty at Hoblet.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 20,000 total net savings after dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, 1,000 business owner cash for verified businesses, 500 upfit military first responder bonus cash for eligible members. Incentives may not be combined with other offers or special APR programs. Excludes tax, title, and license fees. At least 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 21, Ricky Waters' 5-touchdown performance.
A lot of players in NFL history have recorded 3 rushing touchdowns in a playoff game. 2 have rushed for 4 touchdowns in a playoff game, but only 1 has crossed the goal line 5 times in a playoff game. On January 15, 1994, San Francisco 49ers running back Ricky Waters set an NFL record by scoring 5 rushing touchdowns in a single playoff game. This historic performance occurred during the 1993 NFC Divisional Round game against the Giants when the Niners won 44-3. The 24 carries for 118 yards is really good, but the 5 touchdowns is record-setting. Waters scored from 1 yard out twice, from 2 yards out twice, and 6 yards as well, all part of his record-setting day.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
If we were to put together a list of 49er preseason concerns, kind of a preseason concern power ranking, Jay, what would be some of the things you'd have on the list?
Injuries, number 1.
Yeah. How about, and you can play 2L.
Kyle Shanahan is going to be healthy.
Players in particular or just
anything
in general?
Anything.
I mean, I would definitely say the Bosa thing. For sure. Specifically Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Williams.
So, yeah, what's going on with him?
I throw him on there, too. Him and Bosa kind of the same.
What's the deal with him, man?
He's coming off a horrific injury, brother. What do you mean? He's trying to get back.
By the way, speaking of camp concerns, this was a big concern last year. I just read that apparently, I think Jake Moody missed 3 kicks today, or maybe it was yesterday.
Where is he now?
Washington.
Okay.
You really read that?
Yeah.
Can I just read the David Lombardi tweet?
Yeah.
Please.
He's your guy.
Like, people get on him for being a homer, and this is just an all-timer. I have to read it because it's an all-timer. You know why it's an all-timer? Because it almost tricked me. It tricked me at the beginning, guys. And I sent this to you, at 7 a.m, something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So David Lombardi covers the Niners for the SF Standard. And, I'm minding my business. I see it come through. And I got duped. I mean, but this is an all-timer when you talk about being a homer. This is the initial post. Carnell Tate was a top 5 pick this year. Him and DeJon Stribling just shared the field. Mm-hmm. And everyone's, Jay, I can't wait. Because now DeJon Stribling is the next Jerry Rice, by the way.
Oh, better.
T.O., all of them combined. Everyone with eyes saw Stribling was better. Carnell Tate, 6'2", 192. DeJon Stribling, 6'2", 210. But the 49ers don't have any young talent, though. Ha, ha, ha. Laughing emoji. So that is the initial post. David Lombardi.
And your point of this is that David Lombardi may be too
much.
Pro
49er? Yeah, okay. And it's a thing now. I know Grant Cohn's on the other side. It's a thing now, so it's all out in the open. David will never admit it. That's fine. We can still have fun with it, and I'm going to. So I start reading this, and I thought, he's going to be objective here. And then I continue to read. So he quote tweets that post. To be fair, DeJon Stribling, I'm thinking, okay, here we go, right? Let's hear something, objective. To be fair, DeJon Stribling has an MVP caliber quarterback in Brock Purdy, and Carnell Tate has Cam Ward. So it's not fair to compare wide receivers only based on their divergent situations today. But on the whole, yes, there's a real chance that Stribling will be the best wide receiver of the 2026 class.
Sure.
He went back twice. He went back twice. The Brock Purdy conversation, then Stribling. With all that being said, Stribling could be the best wide receiver in the class.
Well, one of Brock Purdy's concerns apparently is that he doesn't care for the Lair King nickname.
What did he say?
He said, our quarterback's coach, Mick Lombardi, doesn't like the word lair. He thinks everything should be driven. It's cool that Raheem notices that because Raheem Morris gave him the nickname, right?
Right.
So I guess it's a part of my game, but obviously I like to think I can make any throw in the field, not just that one. So he's not crazy about being the Lair King.
I don't think just because you're the Lair King. I think so. What he's saying is, you
That
know what
implies
he's
that
really.
you're
Yeah. That's what he's saying.
Load it in there.
People already have questions about my arm strength, so I don't need that nickname.
Right.
Huh. It definitely ain't gunslinger or anything like that.
The Lair King makes it sound like you're feathering it in there.
Yeah, I can't. You can't stand for that. Even if it's supposed to be, hey, no, it's touch.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's your only back, like Cap had no touch. Kaepernick, he had zero touch.
Because he's a baseball player.
Right. Now, obviously there's negatives to that as well, but if you out here trying to be the guy, you don't want, hey, it's the Lair King. It's the Lair King.
Here's another concern. It's not a new concern. This is from Vic Tafer. It might be time to get concerned about the left guard spot. Here we go again, Jay. Every stinking year. I know injuries are a concern every year. I don't know what you can do about that. But if the offensive line is a concern every year, don't you at some point address it?
Yeah.
The 49ers all but handed the job, the left guard spot that is, to second-year player Connor Colby at the start of camp, but he has dropped below former Miami Dolphin Robert Jones on the depth chart. And it's not like Jones, who is on his fourth NFL team and missed all of 2025 with a neck injury, has looked that good. Oh, that's great, Jay.
It's not what you would draw up.
No.
Not what you would draw up. And we are in somehow the middle of August. It took 2 hours to get to August 12th, by the way.
This, I think, and hopefully, Kyle is coming along and recovering, and I hope he's healthy and happy. But this, to me, smacks of that scheme arrogance. We'll scheme around it.
Yeah.
You've been doing it?
We have a cardboard box at right guard. We'll scheme around it.
This is going to sound like some real hater stuff. It is. But this is some lose the battle to win the war. This is to help Niner fans. This is to help the Niner organization. In a perfect world, lose the battle to win the war. I know that you guys are older, but would it help the Niners if they just straight up missed the playoffs with no injuries, just completely healthy? Would that stop some of this, right? Because they're just good enough. They're good enough to make the playoffs. They're good enough to survive injuries, but they haven't been good enough to win a Super Bowl. So if they just straight up this season missed the playoffs with no injury excuses to use,
there? Just that
because it would make Kyle.
Capital?
Well, no, not at all. It would just make Kyle. It would stop some of the arrogance. Hey, we have to make an adjustment because the Seahawks are leaving the station. The Rams are leaving the station. The other NFC teams, the Lions are back in play. Kyle, it's time for. We talk about Russell Westbrook and, in your career, adding that extra layer. Kyle, it's time to make some adjustments and add an extra layer.
Did you see any of that a couple of years ago after they won 5 games?
Injuries. They blamed it on injuries, though.
They're going to find something to blame it on if that happens.
I'm trying to help. That's not as hatery as it sounds.
No, it's an interesting point. I just don't think it would make that much of a difference.
That's crazy. That you think that they are just so stuck in their ways. So he's going to do it. Actually, Kyle and Westbrook, kind of similar.
There you go.
Kind of similar.
You can't have one without the other because it's that stubbornness that makes them great.
Yeah.
And you can't just, okay, well, I'll turn it off for now.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to change up how I do things. No. This is how we do things. It's hard to argue with the success that the Niners have had, so you're stuck. You just got to pray that they get it done Kyle's way.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Speaking of football, I know we're going to have some football, specifically some Raider things coming up, the 5-on-5 showdown today.
Trying to bounce back.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'm able to bounce back.
Don't do that again.
Don't do that. Hopefully, excuse me.
You had a legitimate shot to win that thing yesterday. You might have been ahead. Then when you went to Mr. I don't know what that was, weirdo lawyer talk, I mean, you just...
Excuse me, Your Honor. Can I approach?
CJ, try to help him.
I don't need your stinking help. I don't need it. Okay?
Mm-hmm. All right. Forgive me for trying. When we come back, getting ready for the 5-at-5 showdown. What is this, a glimmer of good news for Los Gigantes? Can it be? That's next on Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Dylan.
I actually used to manage a parts department for a car dealership, and we would get stuff from Rock Auto if I couldn't get it from my dealership suppliers. You pick the year, you go through all the drop-down menus, and it just makes it really easy to navigate and see what you want. Like a wheel bearing, for instance, for a Corvair that I have. Rock Auto's catalog made it really easy to find that specific one that I was looking for.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
This Green and Gold Injury Report is brought to you by the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. If you get in an injury, just call Gingery. Zach Geloff started his rehab assignment in Las Vegas, coming off his knee injury, going 3 for 10 with a home run in Las Vegas. Jeffrey Spring went on the 15-day IL for right hip discomfort, though the MRI was negative for any acute injury. Nick Kurtz received an ultrasound-guided injection on his right thumb. No timeline has been announced on his return to the Green and Gold.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer, and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
The summer Silverado sell down. How does that sound?
When you hear the details, it might sound even better. At Folsom Chevy, they're making it easy to get you into a new Silverado half-ton truck. And they know about trucks there. Folsom Chevy is truck country, and Chevy is the heartbeat of America. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team have put together a great deal that makes a lot of sense. They're offering $13,000 off MSRP on every Silverado 2026 half-ton in stock with the 5.3-liter engine. And there's more. 0% financing for 5 years. And there's more. No payments for 90 days, not to mention the lifetime warranty. It's worth a look at Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall off Highway 50 between the Hazel and Folsom exits, or go to folsomchevy.com. From the mountains to the levee, think Folsom Chevy. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends August 30th, 2026.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
I know I mentioned a glimmer of good news for the Giants. They did lose today. The A's lost today as well. The Giants got some good news on the rankings of their farm system. We'll get to that in the 5 at 5 showdown, which is coming up, of course, top of the hour. So we'll get to that note on the Giants coming up here. But we've been talking about the 49ers and, of course, quarterbacks. J.J. McCarthy losing his starting job in Minnesota might actually end up being bad news for a former 49er quarterback. There's some speculation here, NBC Sports, Pro Football Talk, about what does J.J. McCarthy do now. Speculation is that, informed speculation, Jim Harbaugh says he loves him, his former quarterback. Maybe they swing a deal for McCarthy, which would not be great news necessarily for your guy, Trey Lance.
Yeah, well, Trey, at this point, he's kind of seems like hanging out there, if you will. I don't know what the plan is. I am excited for preseason Trey Lance, though, right? Because Niner fans, and myself included, because, covering the Niners, and I was doing the Niners postgame show during that whole Trey Lance era, if you want to call it that. So to this day, I'll always have a connection whenever Trey takes the field, me as well as other Niner fans. And Niner fans love to still put him down. I don't know why. He didn't ask to be drafted there, coming out of a D1, FCS or D1 AA school. He didn't ask to be drafted there. And I saw it firsthand, Whitey. I get it. You feel ticked off. You feel annoyed when your team misses. But you drafted a project, and you didn't have time to work on the project. Would he have been better with more reps? I have no clue. But I don't know. Every year, Niner fans still, you have your guy, right? It's like an ex that didn't work out. You got new thing. Why you still? And it's every year, Whitey. You see it too. For some reason, I get it. If somebody's a bust, it bothers you. But
that
every
wasn't
year,
his fault. Yeah,
it wasn't his fault.
Right, he didn't draft himself.
No, and he got injured, and it didn't work out. Get mad at, and you can't get mad at Kyle now because you got Brock. But whether Trey Lance plays well or stinks, just let it go.
You do have your guy. I know you have some thoughts on that. Real quick on McCarthy. The Vikings almost certainly will keep him around for a while because you never know what's going to happen in football, and it's nice to have him there in case something happens in the short term to Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray he basically had to just show up to get the starting job. We're going to see who wins the starting quarterback job. It was his to lose.
Essentially, if Kyler didn't beat out JJ, he wouldn't have been out of the league.
Back to baseball.
He would have been viewed back to baseball. He would have been in a completely different situation, for sure. If he was not able to beat out J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, hasn't worked out for them. Clearly, as you pointed out, it's worked out for Brock Purdy and some, specifically David Lombardi, referring to him as an MVP caliber quarterback.
Yes.
And this trying to tell you, Alan.
This is just the first. And Jay, I know it's about to be me versus Whitey. So before we do that, I want to get your guys' thoughts. I want to get everybody's thoughts. What is the definition of an MVP caliber quarterback? What is the definition of
quarterback who has a legitimate shot to win a Most Valuable Player award. That it wouldn't be a stunner or really even a surprise if he won the MVP award.
So on a given year,
ability, yeah.
I think on a given year, because Brock in 2023 was 4th in MVP voting. On a given year, how many quarterbacks are quote unquote MVP caliber?
Counting Jordan Love or not?
If you want, I wouldn't do it.
I don't know. I mean, without looking at a list in the neighborhood of 8-ish.
I was going to say 7.
Yeah.
Because he came in at 11 on the tier list, and I know that's not the end-all, be-all. But I guess my point is it's a very well done broad term because some people are saying, I was reading the comments, of course, because I just love it. And come on, dude, that sounds ridiculous calling Brock MVP caliber. But my question is, I just don't know where that starts and ends.
It's vague enough where you can kind of, well, how can you say he's not?
Because if I'm David, I'd say, well, he was 4th in MVP voting in 2023. What do you mean he's not MVP caliber?
He was right there to the end, too.
He was right there, right? So.
Till they played the Ravens?
So, but is it about what what you've done or how close you've gotten? Is Dak MVP caliber?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been right there a few times himself.
Mm-hmm. You have to be kind of
Almost
limited
bad
to be a quarterback and not be, really have a shot at an MVP award.
Mahomes, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford.
Joe Burrow, right, Jay?
Unfortunately.
Joe Burrow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar, Justin Herbert.
That's probably the one I'd argue off the top.
Justin?
Yeah. I don't think he's been close.
What about your boy in Philly?
Great line.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're not MVP caliber quarterback, but you won the Super Bowl MVP?
See, to me, that's kind of where I draw the line.
Well, I'm saying, okay, I'm just going through the list here. Dak.
He still could. I mean, anybody could.
Drake May, he was right there last season.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, yeah.
He's number 8.
Because, 2 years ago when the Lions were cooking, where did he finish?
Yeah, I know, nobody loves to give him, because his numbers can go back and forth a little bit, right? So you said, when they lost to the Brock Star, Jared Goff that year was 5th.
Now we're
in
splitting
MVP
hairs.
voting.
Yeah. Anybody could do it. It could happen. But I think I'm being a little tighter with my MVP caliber guys. Like, to me, I would say no.
I just think it's a great term.
And I think he's a tremendous quarterback.
I think it's a great term. It's
Well,
perfect.
yeah.
Because I could say Fernando Mendoza's a MVP caliber.
No.
You could say it, but
Slow
you'd be
down.
wrong.
I could say it.
Slow down.
Caleb?
Not yet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, not yet.
Jaden Daniels?
I need to see it again.
I thought he was.
Yeah.
Now I'd say no.
No, yeah.
Baker?
No.
No.
Too up and down.
That's a yes for me. Come on, guys.
It's too up and down, man.
Baker, yes. Sam Darnold?
If you were going around saying Baker Mayfield's an MVP caliber quarterback, people would not be returning your calls.
Trevor Lawrence?
No.
I think the league would like it, would like to put him there.
I could see them getting to that point.
Yeah.
With a good even half season. Remember when Baker was like, he's a leading MVP
He was,
candidate?
yeah.
Yeah.
2 seasons ago. Even last year he was cooking.
I think this
It's
is
too up and down,
I think the perfect thing, the perfect argument of this is that it's so arbitrary, right? Because think about it like this. C.J. Stroud.
Nope.
No.
He finished 8th in MVP voting his rookie year.
Yeah, but that's on,
That's
8th
not-
is not
yeah.
MVP. Yeah, that's
I don't make the rule. I'm
By
trying
the way,
to
finishing 8th or 6th or whatever is not winning it.
I'm trying to establish the rules, guys. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to establish the rules.
I think Whitey is spot on in the form. There's a line, but and he's leaving himself room in the form that as a quarterback, I think we can agree to this. You already have 1 foot in the door. So if you just come out and play ball, then you're going to get the Daniel Jones treatment.
You get that stimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
Stimulus
You get
package
the
just by
stimmy.
virtue of being a
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
MVP
automatically
caliber.
come in.
Whitey, you're an MVP caliber host.
Oh, thanks.
Well, that's legit, though. That's real.
It is. It is. I don't know where the
You are
line
too.
is. Why is that the line?
Because he's been at the highest level.
I don't know where the line is, Jay.
And I was 7th in 2019.
See?
In 1919, I was 5th.
Oh, boy.
Too long ago. Too far gone.
Mm-hmm.
If Jared Goff is MVP caliber, then Baker Mayfield is MVP.
That's why I said no to both.
He's not.
I know
Jay said yes to Goff.
I just think because his team is better.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when the Rams went to the bowl. I mean, it wasn't despite Jared Goff, but he had a heck of a season. Like, what did he finish that year?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You have to go and look, right?
You're talking about the
Rams, right? That was early in his career. But I'm just saying, him playing with the Lions, they have an opportunity that if they do what they did 2 years ago, he's going to be in the conversation at least.
Yeah.
And this is the other thing too, fellas, is as much as we're going into this season, look at it last year. No one thought Drake May was MVP caliber heading into last year. Now, I'm here to say I don't think he is this year, but he may come back and double up. It's the Jaden Daniels conversation.
Tampa Bay doesn't think he is either.
No,
apparently.
yeah, well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all I know is Baker finished 11th in MVP.
Well, there you go.
Come on, man. I mean,
top 10 is the top 10. You're top 20 in the voting.
In 2024.
We're stretching our legs here.
Come on, man. You get him in. Baker, you show him what you got.
I like Baker. He's just too up and down, man.
Yeah, Jaden. These guys do cool off, or the voting cools off. Because if I were to ask you, Jay, where Jaden Daniels finished in MVP voting,
his rookie year,
where what would you say?
5th,
7th.
Yeah,
that's what I was
felt like
say.
He was there for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had to check. So Brock is.
He's on the line.
Right now, I would not put him in there.
Yeah, I think he's on the line, but I'm with Whitey.
got there.
I think
He's
there's
got some
really
things
like
to prove.
6.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because those are the golden boys,
Yes.
the golden arms of the NFL. Until someone proves that they belong in that category, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning you have to do it. Like Jaden Daniels, a year ago, we would have said it. Drake May, he's getting all the praise. Even Mike Sando came on and said he jumped 5-6 spots.
Yeah.
Now he falls back this year, then what are we going to talk about?
That he's not.
There it was.
I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about the hottest stories of the day. It's almost time for the 5 at 5 showdown. Alan and I going head-to-head on today's hottest topics. And Judge Jay Johnson will determine the winner. He did that yesterday. I appreciated the crown, the inaugural episode, Alan. It was a nice, sweet victory, especially given the caliber of the opponent that I was able to clearly vanquish.
I gave you that one. I'm not giving you another.
All right, it's coming up next. We'll find out what happens. Don't go away. Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Aleve's got your back with up to 12 hours of back pain relief. With just one dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Hi, I'm Congressman Kevin Kiley. The most important part of my job is helping the people I represent. That's why I was so honored to receive the National Award for Best Constituent Service. Here's just one of the thousands of people our office has helped.
My name's Dave. I'm a former United States Marine, Vietnam veteran. Because of the fire at the National Archive, my father, along with many other veterans, military records were destroyed. through the efforts of the Congressman's office, I received very quickly a bronze medallion to affix to my father's grave marker. Thank you, Congressman Kevin Kiley.
As the only independent in the House of Representatives, I always put constituent service first and never ask if someone's a Democrat, Republican, or something else. If you can't get an answer from a federal agency, or if you feel you've been treated unfairly, we are here to help. This is Congressman Kevin Kiley. Visit kiley.house.gov and I'll do everything I can to help you. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Everyone loves to be outside, and so do mosquitoes. Protect yourself against mosquitoes and West Nile virus by following these simple tips. At least once a week, look around your yard and drain stagnant water from any containers where mosquitoes can breed. Remember to use an effective mosquito repellent, especially at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Close all doors and be sure screens are in good working condition. At the Mosquito and Vector Control District, we're here to help. Visit us at fightthebite.net.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Right now, you can save up to $19,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. That means you can not only take home one of America's favorite trucks while saving thousands, you also get the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And we have new Rams starting as low as $35,995.
Wow, that's the biggest savings of the year, and I've not seen a warranty like that on a truck in a long time.
That's why Ram is one of America's favorite trucks. Plus, with over 600 Rams available, your new Ram is waiting at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, nobody beats Hoblet, period. $19,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Coupe Cabs after dealer discount and factory incentive. Incentives may include $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, $500 military or first responder bonus cash for eligible members, at least 5 this net savings, $35,995 price for 2026 Ram 1500 tradesman, VIN number 421999, excludes tax, title, and license fees. See dealer for details.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Yeah, there's the bell, signifying that it's just about time now for the 5 at 5 showdown. By the way, that's Dave's bell. Thank you, Dave. Dave, by the way, I don't believe, unless he was listening today, he doesn't know I did that Ben Simmons song for him, about him, and I think Christopher Laud will probably play that for him tomorrow, and that'll be interesting to see how he responds to that, so don't miss that. But right now, it's Alan and I going head to head on the hottest topics of the day. At least that's what I think we're going to be talking about. I don't know. It's not up to me. It is up to the Honorable, now entering the courtroom, Judge Jay Johnson. Welcome, Your Honor.
Hello, today. How's everything?
Good.
Mr.
Looking
Stretchy
great
B.
today, Your Honor.
I appreciate it.
Again, I'm the only one standing.
Yes, sir. I got a brand new robe today, new color.
Yeah.
Really
Beautiful.
appreciate that.
Nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
Uh-huh.
My
Is that a throwback? Throwback?
Yeah, it is. A little kind of throwbackish. Yeah, absolutely. A little purple and gold, a little purple and black. Skip Bailiff. Skip Bailiff said everybody can sit down.
Thank you, Skip
Shouts out
Bailiff.
to Skip Bailiff.
Yeah.
Thank you, Skip.
Shouts out to the fantastic listener.
Yes.
Contributor for
I
throwing
don't
that
think
name
we have the
out there.
name, Your Honor. I think it was someone on the text line
Oh,
anonymously
text line.
yesterday.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Shouts out to the 916 or the 209 or the 530 or 925 Allen.
That's right. That's more like
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. I know you in here.
Shouts out to the De La Salle folks. All right, fellas, we begin with the little Russell Westbrook action today. Just a little bit. He retired, as you guys have talked about over the last 3 hours. He is one of the most accomplished point guards to ever lace the tennis shoes, beside OKC, where I think most people remember him as playing his best, MVP, of course. the Thunder? Can you make a case for the second best stop as a player along his NBA journey for Russell Westbrook? Mr. Stretchy B, we'll begin with you today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Thank you, my esteemed colleague and opponent today, Alan Stiles. It's a tough one because after Russ left OKC, he was, as we've discussed earlier today, he was not at any one place for as long as 2 consecutive full seasons. He was with the Lakers for part of 2 seasons, and so he was here for a while, and he was with Denver for a while. He was with the Wizards. He was with the Kings. I think to answer your question, Your Honor, I think it would be the Houston Rockets. That was his first stop after leaving OKC, and he was only there 1 year, but he averaged 27 points a game playing alongside James Harden. It was the COVID year, so it was a shortened season, but they were top 4 in the West that year. And they also, not only did he have a good individual year, they actually won a postseason series before they lost in the second round to the Lakers. That was really the last glimpse of the true Russell Westbrook before he started bouncing from team to team. So there's a lot to choose from, but I think the Houston Rockets would be the second best stop of Russell Westbrook's Hall of Fame career.
Mr. Stiles?
There are obviously a lot to choose from. I'm actually going to go different here. And obviously the Nuggets, he played in playoff basketball. The Clippers and the Lakers, some things got a little bit misconstrued and a little bit wonky out there in La La Land. But I think, possibly the second and definitely the most underrated would be his stint with the Washington Wizards. Now, a lot of people don't think about this, but he averaged over 22 points per game, 11 and a half rebounds per game, and 11.7 assists per game. He led the league in assists and triple doubles, all right? This season was actually the only playoff appearance the Wizards had in the last 8 years. So to me, definitely underrated. I'm going to make the argument for the second best because a lot of people don't think about it in the same way, and Russ was still the dude. The Nuggets, he wasn't really the dude. Like I said, Lakers and Clippers got a little bit weird. I think Whitey had a good argument there in the direction he went, but the Wizards, nobody talks about it. I myself even may not remember it in total, but when you look at the numbers and look at what he did for that franchise that is finally coming back around, you can tell how much the Wizards appreciated it by the fact that they were one of 2 teams to offer him a deal before Russell Westbrook said, why not? Good night.
Ooh. All right, fellas, we kick over.
I may not remember it in full myself. I appreciate that's bold.
There you
go.
Yes,
that's right.
To the second category, Fred Warner, Captain America. As both of you guys are Marvel fans, maybe stretchy more than Mr. Stiles. So, not exactly sure. Fred Warner, according to Puka Nacua, the slant merchant, is the scariest player. He hates to tackle him. He said that in the podcast over the last 24 hours, which begs the question, Alan, and we'll start with you. Who is the all-time Raider or 49er? Can be LA, can be Vegas, can be Oakland for the Raiders. You would hate to have tackle you.
Well, you can go old school or you can go new school. And you know me, this guy, he's somebody that you almost lost, right? You almost lost for the Raiders to the Ravens, but it ended up not working out. This guy is the epitome of a hard worker, the epitome of somebody that doesn't know. He legitimately does not know how to turn it off, when to turn it off. Max Crosby, the Condor, at your door, knock, knock. Who's home? Nobody if he knocks you down. The answer is Max Crosby.
Your Honor, that's a good answer, but it's not the answer. I was really hoping I would get to go first on this one because to me there's only one answer.
Ooh.
And he was someone who was a 49er and a Raider. And I was on the field one day, at Candlestick. You'd sit up in the football press box and then come down to the field for the last couple minutes because you had to cross the field to get into the locker room on the other side of the football field. And I was they were playing the Dallas Cowboys one time, and Ronnie Lott almost killed a guy. Ronnie Lott tackled. I remember being on the field, like, oh my goodness. You watch on TV, he's like, wow, that's a good hit. But I thought, oh, help, call an ambulance. Ronnie Lott was just an absolute beast. I don't know of anyone who ever hit anybody harder. There's lots of good choices, and Max Crosby was a good guess. But Ronnie Lott, the thought of Ronnie Lott hitting me, it actually scares me. He was the best. He was a beast. He is the only true answer and the best answer to that question.
In your opinion?
It's a football fact. Football fact.
In his opinion.
Help! Somebody help him!
Did they help him?
They did not.
He got up on his own?
Yeah. Then I think it might have been a little bit of a delay there. Yeah.
Oh.
I believe that was the game, by the way, honestly, where Ronnie, after the game, is like, yeah, I've messed up my finger. Just take a piece of it off. It was that game.
Man. All right. We move on to number 3.
Number 3.
The Kings are in Group C of the 5-5 showdown between Stretchy B and Alan Styles. Group C of the NBA Cup this year. They will play against the Spurs. Dylan Harper. The Lakers. Austin Reeves. The T-Blazers. Trailblazers. Drew Holiday. And the Dubs. Alan's favorite team. Give the best reason, Alan, you can give why the Kings will win Group C of the NBA Cup.
Wow. Wow. This is a wow. This is a wow right here. But I will say this, because Darius Acuff put up numbers we haven't seen since Pistol Pete. Because Domantas Sabonis will return to form and be the rebounding king and triple doubles all around on a day where, thank you again, Russ, for your career and everything you gave us. Triple doubles, somebody's going to have to take that mantle. And Domantas Sabonis, he has done that in the past outside of a guy named Jokic. Okay? And then you get back to Zach LaVine contract season. We already know what it is, and that man is about his paper, and I don't blame him for one bit. So you throw all that into a pile, Jay, and to be honest with you, and which I always am, a lot of these guys in this group, they're going to have their eyes on different prizes. You have the Warriors, obviously, the Spurs, and the Lakers. So you might have a situation where the Kings are taking it a bit more seriously than some of these other teams as they have their eyes on the playoffs and things like that. So you throw all that into a gumbo, and it's a beautiful roux, Jay. Extra lemon pepper, please, when you do mine. And I'll take some jumbo prawns as well. And that's why the Kings could win that group.
Stretchy B.
Be careful, you're starting to talk in that voice again.
His wrestling voice. He's getting into character, baby.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I don't know if you're aware of this, but if you look to the heavens tonight, over the next couple of nights, you may see a shooting star because the Perseid meteor shower is here. It has to do with a certain time of year and where the Earth is as we spin through the solar system. I mention that because short of a series of meteor showers that disable the team buses of the Lakers, Blazers, and Warriors, I'm not sure that it's going to happen. But you said give the best reason I can why they win the group. It would have to be a combination of teams overlooking them, some fortuitous bounces of the ball. You'd have to be lucky, and then maybe some of those teams dealing with injuries induced by meteors or not. Being honest, that's the only way I see that the Kings could, as you say, win the group. It's on the board, but the slice is kind of small. Kind of small.
We move on to number 4, Chris Webber's former number. According to friend of the show, Vinny Bonsignor, should be joining us this week. As my boy Whitey always says, thank you, Alan, for contributing to the show with this. The Raiders have a QB battle on their hands. They have a QB battle on their hands. Tell us why Fernando Mendoza should be the starter in week 1 for the Raiders and not our cousin, Kirk Cousins. Stretchy B?
Well, before I answer that, I will tell you I don't think he will be the starter because supposedly Tom Brady is leading the charge there. Tom Brady is banging hard on the drum that we shouldn't play him till he's ready. But the question is, why should he be the starter? So I would say this. It's hard to find a better spot, a better opponent to start him against because you have the bye week. Usually the bye week's good time. Right down, bye week's like, let's get that new quarterback in there. But after the bye week, I think they play the 49ers and the Seahawks. There's some tough games coming out of the bye week that would be very challenging for them. Also, the bye week's very late in the season. It's like week 13, and you probably want them to play sooner than that. So you have maybe the Jets in there, but that's not an ideal spot. I think starting against the Dolphins is probably, such a weak team that may be your best spot in which to start Fernando Mendoza. So opening day or not, that is the best time. If you're going to start him and we all want to see him play, that's the game to start him against.
Mr. Styles. Are you asleep there?
Nearly.
Okay, just
I need another Celsius.
Just check to see if you're not. No, Mr. Styles.
I need another Celsius.
Maybe a colleague could.
When Stretchy B is talking here. But it's quite simple.
Don't do that voice.
Join you as a friend. Heisman Trophy winner. National championship. We saw what he did, stretching out like Stretchy B to get that touchdown as they brought Indiana back to the holy grail of college football. And he's a winner. And the Raiders haven't had a winner in the building in a very long time. And life is about hope. And this team hasn't had a lot of hope since they went to that Super Bowl where things got a little bit squirrely, if you will, with Gruden and the whole crew. So you start him because you show everybody, we believe in this guy. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And Kirk Cousins, this mentor conversation, financially, we understand what Kirk Cousins can mentor you with. But outside of that, it's not as if Kirk Cousins has tore up the league the last couple years. And I'd add, it would be different if Kirk Cousins was already on the team. Kirk Cousins is also learning this system. So it's not even as if Kirk can tell him things, hey, last season we did this or that. They're both new to the situation. Give the people what they want. Give them some hope. The Death Star that's out there in Vegas, fill it with Raider fans to watch Fernando Mendoza. And if you lose, you probably were going to lose either way with Kirk. So throw him in the pool, see if he can swim, and you rock and roll from there. That's why you do it.
Great compelling arguments, fellas. As we head into the fifth and final round of our 5-5 showdown here between Stretchy B, Mr. Kevin Gleason, and Alan, Mr. Styles. With that being said, we wrap it up with this, fellas. The San Francisco Giants have a top 10 farm system according to the good old Baseball America. Pump up the Giants fans right now, fellas. I know it may be hard over there, Mr. Gleason, and explain why this means success for the organization as we move forward and forget about the Tim Lincecum era.
Who could forget about that?
Man,
I can't.
No Giants fans could.
Yeah. I'm not sure who goes first, and I don't want to.
Oh, that'd be Allen today.
Okay, yeah.
Allen on the fifth, I'm sorry.
I won't need a lot of time for this one. Because first and foremost, let's get it straight. The Giants came in at number 4 per Baseball America. Number 4. I don't know when the last time they were better than the Dodgers as far as the farm system is concerned. The Dodgers came in at number 6. Okay, you talk about the most important positions. Your Honor, I know you used to play ball. What is it? It's up the middle. It's catcher, pitcher, shortstop, center field. Well, let me take you on a little journey here. There's a guy named Josué Gonzalez who comes in at number 18 per Baseball America. Josué Gonzalez is 18 years old. Okay, then you have another guy in Luis Hernandez, another shortstop. Where does he come in? How old is he? He's 17 years old. All right. We already know about Bo Davidson. We already know about all these different players that the Giants have that are a little bit older. But now you're going younger. You're getting guys, not to mention Gavin Keelan and others. This is where the Giants need to be. This is exactly where the Giants have needed to be for a very long time. And I know it's been tough. It's been tough, but there wasn't a light at the end of the tunnel, and now the Giants have that. Not to mention Jackson Flora, okay? Jackson Flora, who the Giants just drafted, he's already on the top 100 list, and they needed that pitching depth, which was part of their even years. So we're finally here, and it's exciting to watch. The Giants, I know it's been tough, and here's the reality, Giants fans, they're not all going to hit. It's impossible. They're not all going to hit. All you need is multiple bites at the apple. And with that being said, you can move some of them to get pieces. That's what the Smurfs, the Dodgers have done. It's a new dawn. This is exactly just like the Raiders. Giants, Raider fans, I know you exist somewhere. I'm one of them. This is what we've been waiting for.
Mr. Gleason, your final remark?
In the words of Krusty the Clown, that just kept going. But I would say that this is great news for Giants fans because, bottom line, the Giants are cheap as an organization. They don't want to spend a lot of money. They're not that concerned with having a quality Major League roster. They like it, but only at a certain price. We've seen that over the years. And I know Buster kind of overreacted and committed to some bad contracts that are paying the price there. The Farhan plan was to develop their own players through the farm system, and then you have cost-controlled stars. And then you can have stars that people are going to come to the ballpark for and, give me my garlic fries and yay, and wave my foam finger. And it doesn't cost the ball club a lot. The organization doesn't have to spend a lot. And Farhan wasn't able to do that. The minor league system did not produce, and that's why they were forced to go out and commit to some of these bad contracts. But this is a good sign. The fact that they are fourth in the minor league rankings, by Baseball Prospectus, that shows that they have a chance to replenish the Major League roster with a couple. Like Alan said, they're not all going to hit. Maybe you hit on a couple, 3 guys that become stars. You build your own stars. It's the cheaper way to do that. And the key phrase there is cheaper, because the Giants are cheap for a top 10 brand. They're, cheap, cheap, cheap. And that's the way they want to do it, and this gives them a chance to carry out their master plan. If it doesn't work, they don't want to spend any money. Thank you. Oh, the crowd roared at that one.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Order in the court. Order in the court. We got to get the order in the court.
Order off some garlic
yes,
fries.
Yes, sir.
$14.50 a fry.
That's about right.
Please. Your Honor, he's speaking out of turn.
Fellas, now's your time. Quick 30-second last remark. We'll start with you, Stretchy B, on the day's questions. Anything you want to add?
I do want to add that I thought the questions, which were prepared by His Honor, were excellent. And I know that it was fascinating, thought-provoking just to attempt to answer them. And I also would like to say that my opponent was not as bad as yesterday.
There you go. Mr. Styles?
I would like to say that this is the second day in a row I've actually answered the questions, Your Honor, and my opponent seems to take these things on journeys where you're not even answering. He's just trying to push whatever his narrative is on the day. So I would like you to keep that in mind when rating this, Your Honor.
And I will withdraw my last comment.
And I will withdraw my last comment.
All right, fellas, here we go. I think we have we're good to go here. Let's see here. When it comes to number one, Russell Westbrook retired. As most people remember him as an OKC Thunder player, making the best case for his second best journey, his second stop during his journey. I have Allen, man. Love great arguments. I think you're spot on with some of the with the Wizards talk. Same thing with Stretchy B. This one was one of the hardest ones for me to kind of gauge. I thought you guys gave great feedback on the question. I actually have this as a tie.
Wow.
Yeah. I as much as this is the thing, I asked you guys to kind of let me know why you the best stop, and I thought you both had some good arguments without even going down the fact of statistics and analysis. I thought both of you guys sold the dream. When it comes to
I needed that one, Alan. That's good for you.
2.
Yeah.
Fred Warner being Puka Nakua's boogeyman, so to say. I asked you guys to name either a former Raider or a 49er, or it could be current 49er, current Raider, who you would be most scared to be hit by. I'll name a few different names: Jack Tatum, Gene Upshaw, Pat Willis, Bill Romanowski, Navarro Bowman, Dre Greenlaw, Deshaun Golston, Charles Woodson. But it's truly probably one only answer. And I think you hit it spot on. I love the new school. I'm all about the new school, Allen. I'm all about Crosby. I think he's a beast. I appreciate the fact that he slapped Kirk Cousins in the lips. I'm all for that. But I think there's really only one answer, and it's probably Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
So that goes to Stretchy B.
I know he was getting that one.
That's Stretchy B. Stretchy B. Round 3. When it comes to wishful thinking for the Kings to win Group C in the upcoming NBA Cup, I got Stretch here. I thought you put the purple color glasses on pretty quick. I thought you didn't believe in the question.
He didn't answer it.
I
That's
also
what I'm talking
thought
about.
this was the time, more times than not, when Judge Johnson is going against the grain of asking Kings fans, asking Sports 1140, Sactown Sports, and other Kings media to take the purple color glasses off. I thought this was the time you were supposed to put them on. Allen, with that being said, I love the wishful thinking when called for. I love the analogies. I think you gave hope to the Sacramento Kings fans. Truly, truly, truly. I thought you answered the question better. I got you going round 3. So I got 1-1
All right.
with the tie.
On that one, Your Honor, if I may, I remember
Absolutely.
Lionel Simmons one time, we asked him to do hey, I always listen to the Rise Guys, and he said, I ain't going to come on here and lie. So that's my response.
Well, this is the thing. As you'll see as we move down to the next round, one of the later rounds, I think you might like where I go with that. When it comes to round 4, according to friend of the show, Vinny B, he said there's a quarterback competition in Las Vegas. Tell me why Fernando Mendoza should be the starter. Round 4. Stretch. I think you gave us the best reasons with the support of why he should be the starter. But I also think you gave proof to why he shouldn't be. I also think you gave the best time, which you said the Miami Dolphins, the best time for them to start him, which again doesn't necessarily answer the question.
Oh, my goodness.
Allen, you sold us the dream. You gave us hope yet again. And the fact you were fake sleep. Loved it. I thought it added something to the flavor.
I thought he was really asleep.
I got Allen for round 4 by answering the question. Perfectly fine. In round 5, one more time as I go back to the question I couldn't remember. The San Francisco Giants have a top 10 farm system according to Baseball America. Tell us why it should give Giants fans a little bit of hope, what it should mean for success for this organization moving forward. Allen, I thought, again, you gave us dreams. You gave us hope. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
There's no such thing as false.
That may be true, but I also think, Stretch, you gave us a little bit of hope, but you supported it with facts. Mere facts. That the fact is the San Francisco Giants are a top 10 farm system, but as we always say on this show, farm systems don't really turn into success in the big league ball club. I thought you showcased the details. You stuck to the facts. With that being said, the last 2 questions, I thought when it was time to sell hope, when it was time to sell dreams, you didn't do it. This one was kind of in the middle. Give us a little hope, but also give us some of the facts. With that being said, I got Stretchy B.
Come on, man.
For round 5.
So is it a push?
It is a push,
There's
fellas.
no way.
There is a push.
And to beat the champ, you got to beat the champ.
There is no way.
Allen, I set you up perfect for 5.
I did it.
Yeah, but you just went too much to the point of giving us the hope when it's like, yeah, but you the main one to say farm systems don't turn into success.
I did it. I gave you everything.
Still a champion. Great match, Allen. Thank you, Your Honor. We've got What's Cooking roster moves at the very top of CBS's NFL announcing lineup. Details next, Sactown Sports.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see. The new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, get early access to our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Order up, Sacramento.
And for you, sir?
I will have the gabagool. The dinner bell rang, and it's time to find out what's on the menu.
Lunch? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Lunch is for whips.
So fire up the grill and crank up the burners, because it's time to find out what's cooking on the Drive Guys.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Do you understand?
Here's Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles.
I'll have what she's having.
Woo! Yeah, just, basking in the afterglow of tremendous battle there in the 5 at 5 showdown. You going to be all right? You should be. Played well today. The draw.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm. I got nothing at this point in time.
All right.
That's what I said.
No comment.
Give me the review. Because I saw you listening there. I mean, not see you, but I heard you listening. Give me the review.
I don't know. I wouldn't have done. I already knew. Look, I'm not an NFL historian here. I knew Whitey was taking the combo piece, right? I knew Whitey was taking the hardest hit.
Why?
I don't know I don't know how Whitey wins the Giants one. I don't know. I laid out that they were 4. I laid out everything. I don't know. And, I'll go back in the lab. I'll watch the tape. But, a lot of times when you lose something, you can immediately say, oh, I did this wrong.
You didn't lose.
I did.
You didn't.
In my opinion, I lost.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to know for sure just watching, and you're a very skilled orator, but there was one question where it took you a few seconds. Mm-hmm. Which is an eternity in one of these things,
yes.
where to to get some traction. And to me, as I watched you, I thought, oh, he doesn't have an answer.
Well, I
think that might have hurt you.
Let me ask this question. As we're still getting our bearings, our sea legs in this new segment. Will you send out the questions? Are we supposed to be doing, is this a Freestyle Friday, or are we supposed to be doing research and have everything laid out? Because I freestyled
Just have answers to however you want to do it.
Because I freestyled that.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I'm just saying.
It wasn't like
Whitey had his
laptop out.
Yeah, Whitey had his answers.
Where?
All laid out.
Where?
I don't know. I don't know, but you already had them.
Because I looked at the questions and I went down.
But that's what I'm double checking here.
So, so what's the real question that you're asking?
Yeah, how much research should we be doing ahead of these things?
However much it takes you to come up with an answer that you feel is a good answer.
Okay.
So then if that's, I'm with you. Do as much as you want to do, or freestyle it off the top of your mind.
What I'm saying is,
then I can send it at 9 a.m. Do you need more?
No.
Timing,
I
asking?
don't need any more time.
Okay, so
I'm just trying to figure out, what is the mood or the vibe we want here on this.
That's up to you.
Okay.
So you're saying Whitey is doing research and you're holding that against them?
Because I knew the Raiders schedule. I had looked at that. Well, where's a good spot to...
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I am not accusing anything. I am asking a simple... Just so I know. Just so I know.
It's your call.
So
I would say this. One of the things that I thought in the situation today is Whitey stuck more to the facts of, like he said, Russell averaged 27 points. Like he gave supporting analysis, right?
Okay.
Where I thought you definitely freestyle more.
Are you questioning?
Are you questioning the fact that Whitey's done research and that's a bad thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just double checking.
And that was a push on that question.
How
anyway.
we were supposed to. Yeah. No, I'm just how we were supposed to arrive.
It's up to you.
Yeah, do what you want to do, brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Freestyle it, do the research.
Okay.
Call a lifeline. This is the great part about this is, as we move forward, I'm pretty sure creativity will begin, right? And you can already see both of you guys getting more creative, cracking a joke, leading off with an analogy. You said lemon pepper. I thought that was one of the great things. You won that round.
Yeah,
What you writing down, man? What you writing down over there?
I'm just carry the two.
How about this real quick, Whitey, before you do your job?
Yeah.
This Week in Basketball says, allow the chat to decide the tie for the first question, which I thought both of you guys gave great answers. I really couldn't find on your side.
That is up to the judge. The judge determines how it's scored. And so if you want assistance that's
getting creative.
That's up to you.
So this is my thing. I'm good with the tie because I truly believe both of you guys had a tie.
Mm-hmm.
The first question, and I'll be honest, I'll just pull back the curtain. I kind of set it up for Mr. Styles to really run away with one or two of these.
This is crazy.
And he dropped the ball.
This is insanity.
Now I see why De La Salle said, come out your junior year.
This is crazy.
Why you're more established at the campus as a baseball star. We put the ball right here, Whitey, as I hit the chest. We put it in the chest, and he fumbled the first.
That is not true. That is not true.
It's quite a match. That's all I know.
I thought I went for. I got it.
What you got?
I have it scored at 4-1.
So which one did Whitey win?
He won Ronnie Lott.
Okay.
I got 4-1.
What? Give me.
I'm 2-0.
So I gave you.
You're the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah. I gave you 3 and 4 and a tie with 1. Explain to me why you thought you won.
1 was close. Okay,
that was close.
It could have went either way. I'm obviously going to say I think I got it.
So you're good with the tie there?
Yeah.
All
the
right.
Giants, Whitey, he said cheap 25 times. All he did was say cheap, cheap, cheap.
Not all I said.
That's all you said. You said, it's good that they're number 4, which you took from me because they're cheap, 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 cheap. And then it was over, and Jay said, I was literally about to celebrate. I was legitimately about to celebrate.
You think I didn't know they were 4th in the rankings?
I don't know what you wrote down your research. I knew that off the top of my head. I had Joe Swar.
You must have looked it up at some point.
I had Joe Swar. I had Luis. I had names. I had numbers.
But this was the time, unlike 3 and 4, and I kind of set it up this way. Just so you guys know, I put the questions out and I was like, oh, let me put it in this order, put it in that order, whatever. But yesterday we started with Allen. First question. Today we started with Stretchy B. And then the flip side of it is I don't know if you guys caught it. The 5th question, I flipped the.
I definitely caught it.
Right, exactly. So with that being said, it was set up in certain ways. The other part of that too is, and I gave you 3 and 4 because I thought the way the question was written was it was time for you to sell hope, which is what I told Whitey on the Kings one. If there's any time to sell some hope, it's now compared to you giving me the reality of it, right?
Would you like to hear what our boss says about
Please.
it? All right. Objection. My opponent was more prepared for my argument than me is a tough headline for the law firm of Styles, Sand Snakes, and Associates. That's from Richard.
Sand Snakes.
This is absurd.
I love that.
This whole thing is out of order. This whole thing is out of bleeping order. And I know I won yesterday, and I won again today.
Logical Raptors fanatic says Allen got minus points for the voice slip, which basically means in round 3 you started to fall down that train of.
And I tried to help.
I did better with that. I should have pulled that back.
You did.
I should have pulled that back. Dude. If I had done the Giants in that voice, I win. The same thing.
They
love the lawyer voice.
He also said you losers in his book.
You got a little Russell Westbrook in you.
Yeah,
it's not all bad.
This is so insane.
Allen.
I'm 2-0.
Allen, listen. This the easiest breakdown of it all. You got a tie in number 1, which I truly thought it was a tie.
Yeah.
Number 2 was the biggest softball in America. And you went first.
I dropped the ball on that.
You missed it. Okay. I gave you 3 and 4. So you won both of those. Whose fault is it?
I'm talking about the Giants.
Okay, it's the Giants.
I accept that.
Okay,
I can't lose a Giants one. I can't lose a Giants one. That's like Gordon Ramsay messing up an omelet.
Wearing the orange and black underoos probably cost you on that question.
Think so,
I'm wearing the dang shirt. I think that you didn't want to give me the Giants one because it was too easy. I had too much information.
Real quick. Yeah, the future of Tony Romo at CBS is in flux after his arrest last month.
The future of this segment is in flux. I don't want to hear that right now, Whitey.
I just want to mention this. Now, at the top of CBS's football crew, J.J. Watt is moving into the top spot, and Ross Tucker, who has been a superstar in the making for years, now joins Ian Eagle and Evan Washburn with a number 2 crew. And Ross Tucker is phenomenal. He's a great guy, and I'm very happy to see him.
Friend of the show. We got to get him on real quick, right?
Yes.
Can you, for me and for the Sactown Sports 1140 fans, can you please give the answer of our boss man? What's the name of Allen's law firm one more time so we could put that in the air?
He also says I'm calling Ann Fong. He added that. But the law firm of Styles, Sand Snakes, and Associates.
Love it. Styles, Sand Snakes, and Associates.
And that's what's cooking. We'll wrap things up next. Maybe Alan will be here, maybe he won't. I think he'll be here. We'll find out next. Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
The one and only Monster Jam. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Visit MorganMonsterJam.com to save 25% on ticket face value. Courtesy of Morgan & Morgan. Visit website for restrictions and details. Coming to Golden One Center this weekend.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Hoblet continues to be the place to find the best prices on the hard-to-find heavy-duty Ram you need. Right now, you can save up to $20,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s. And it's not just the savings. Right now, you also get Ram's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Wow. It seems like every time we do this, you manage to find a new way to sweeten the deal.
That's savings we haven't seen in years. Plus, it's not just the $20,000 off. It's the biggest selection of new heavy-duty Rams in California, with over 400 available. Don't miss your chance to save on the hard-to-find Ram Heavy Duty at Hoblet.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 20,000 total net savings after dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, 1,000 business owner cash for verified businesses, 500 upfit military first responder bonus cash for eligible members. Incentives may not be combined with other offers or special APR programs. Excludes tax, title, and license fees. At least 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Alan wants to go to text-to-tration on today's Top 5 at 5 showdown. I would agree to that in the future. Today, what's done is done. I would not consent to a scoring system that I didn't know was in place before the match started. So I would not agree to that today. Yeah. But in the future, absolutely. Absolutely, if you want to do it that way.
You know, at this point in time, we've moved on.
Okay, good.
We've moved on. We get ready for
go on that voice, Alan.
This is my post-game voice. You know, I just got to look at the tape.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to look at the tape.
I do want to honestly thank Jay for coming up with the questions. It's like yesterday we're like, what do you think? And
yeah, great questions, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
They were good.
Yep.
I really, and the game's already over here, so I'm not like, I'm not above trying to curry the favor of the judge here, but the game's over. The Russell Westbrook question was a great freaking question.
I thought it was outstanding. Great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Other than OKC, what was Russ's most auspicious stop? Yeah. Great question, Alan.
A1.
And I'll tell you what, we tied. I thought I dusted you in that, and I ended up getting a tie. So,
You still should have lost. You still should have lost 3-2.
Yeah, I'll say this. There's going to be football games we're preempted by. Kings games they're preempted by. At 5 o'clock, if we can't get this in, we might have to push this up to like 3 or something.
Yeah.
But the only thing I'm asking is, Alan,
then it ruins the rest of the show.
I know. I was gonna say, Alan, don't do me like this if you don't come. If you're not triumphant.
No, I'm not a sore loser. You know, I'm.
You didn't lose, man. You didn't lose.
That's right.
You
Tie.
didn't lose.
It was a tie.
Man, I don't do ties. I'm a baseball player. We don't do ties. We don't do ties.
Do you want to go to international rules? Start at second base?
Yeah, I don't want to talk baseball anymore.
You know where I knew you were going to lose? When you said
don't say a line. Don't say that.
When a strength, you said strength of baseball teams up the middle. You said catcher, shortstop, center field.
Fielder.
Jay was a second baseman. You didn't even mention second
didn't,
base.
He didn't.
And I was like, uh-oh.
The battery.
Uh-oh.
That's not the saying. That's not the
It
saying.
is. It's the battery. It's up the middle.
The draft is catchers, pitchers, shortstops, and center fielders.
But you have to take into account
See,
who
but that's
the
you're
judge
playing
is.
mind games. I'm coming at this straight away. You're talking about cheap to Jay, who's a Giants hater. This whole thing is fixed.
He doesn't. You don't like the Giants, Jay?
No.
This whole thing is a sham. An absolute sham. And I will not be railroaded.
We're 2 days in.
I will not be railroaded.
You pulling the plug on the
No,
segment?
I'm not a quitter. We watched the tape, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, guys, these are great questions. We got to watch the tape.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the greatest part of it is, fellas, down the road, which may, sooner than later, I plan on infusing different judges and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't always be me, Alan.
Oh, man.
How about this? How about maybe if we ask a Giants, Raiders, which I gave you the W on that, Warriors, De La Salle, Sonoma State, Temple, San Francisco State,
Cheesesteak,
Vallejo, Cheesesteak, anything that has to do with both of you guys,
Yeah.
maybe I will refrain.
Yeah.
And then we will have to get a judge. Because that's the way I'm being accused here already 2 days in.
Again, that's not going to help
I'm
you.
not accusing anybody. I just, I call it how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not accusing anybody. I just want a fair. Hey, you cheating my boys. Let the boys play. Let them play.
Where'd I cheat you at?
Number 5.
Dog, you're hung up on 5, and I think you are hung up on the wrong question.
But Jay, I'm not an NFL historian.
You don't have to.
I wasn't
sir.
here for the steel curtain. I
Me
don't know.
either. I wasn't here.
You remember Patrick Willis?
He was in the runnings, but I wanted to go with a Raider.
And let's be honest, that was a
because
question
I knew
could
you'd
see it in
use
your
it
eyes.
against me.
You were, well, it's a good question.
Yeah.
And, when I think about that, you didn't have an answer.
No, I didn't. Because I didn't. Again.
Who was number 2 after Max Crosby? There was no
Patrick
number 2?
Willis.
Okay. Was there a 3?
There wasn't even a 1.
Khalil Mack.
Okay. I guess my question is, okay, let's pull it back. Who's your favorite Raider of all time?
Bo.
I mean, I probably would have went that way before anything else. Who's number 2?
But he's on offense.
But that's the point. Creativity. Get out the box. Who's number 2? Favorite Raider of all time.
Number 2?
Yeah. You don't have a number 2 favorite Raider of all time?
I don't rank them.
Well, give me 3 guys that you like, bro.
I mean, there's.
See, this is it right here. This is what Whitey said.
I don't go through. I don't.
Woodson? Okay.
Woodson's 2.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Latavius.
Okay.
Derek Carr's got to be around there.
Dog, we need to start questioning your Raider fandom. There are some people that you are
when
completely
they left
off.
Oakland, it got a little squirrely.
You in trouble, man. You might need to go home tonight, and instead of grinding the tape, you might need to go and do some research on your own team.
Look, man.
Where's Tim Brown in this?
Tim Brown is up there. Of course he is. Okay. He's numbered. I didn't get to watch a lot of them.
I understand.
And I'm real. So I'm not going to. These kids these days, who's your favorite rapper? Tupac. You ain't listen to no Tupac.
How you know they not?
I know. I know.
2, 3, 4 was a clean sweep. 2, 3, 4, and it was set up. I looked down at my paper. Said, oh, okay, 1's a tie. 2, Ronnie. I just put literally Stretchy B right next to him. Ronnie Lott.
When he went to you first on that, my heart sank. It's like, huh?
It's over. You won 3 and 4.
You should have said Richard Seymour. How about that?
Yeah.
Richard Seymour. I was just talking about Ross Tucker. Ross Tucker says, Richard Seymour was the hardest guy to block for me ever. Anyway, before we leave here, Alan, how would you like to see the Kings, if at all, honor Russell Westbrook next year? You do anything? Opening night, you do something?
Opening night?
Well, at any point, at least you bring him back at least at some point.
Yeah, you bring him back, but I don't know. I was just saying, R.I.P. Cliff Branch. It's another name up there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but we're talking about guys that you didn't want to get tackled by.
But Jay has taken this into a question Allen's Raider fandom conversation. I don't know how we got here.
I don't know why you opened that door.
Look, man. I love Josh Jacobs. Okay?
All right.
All took but the whole segment to get 3 names out.
Well, you threw me off at the beginning.
He'll be back at it tomorrow, Your Honor. We're looking forward to it.
You know what?
I expect a text tonight, though.
Have Russ, have him come out and say what's up. I don't know.
Okay. Truncated show tomorrow because we have 49er football, but we still have a 3-hour blockbuster for you. So I'll have to figure out where we're going to put the 5-5. But anyway,
we'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Looking forward to being back with you. Thanks for listening to The Drive, guys, on Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What keeps you up at night? Do you wonder if what you've saved will be enough? If your